Hey, gamers. Hey. There's music now during the soon screen. What if I filled your ass with apple juice? I don't know how that would feel. I feel like I might experience a sensation unlike that most other people have experienced. So I would value how unique the experience would be. But I don't know necessarily if it would be a good, like, pleasurable experience. I don't know. So we're gonna play a video game. It's gonna be a bad one. At least that's what I'm told. Well, the gameplay itself gets mixed opinions. It's sort of like 7, where, like, depending on who you talk to, it might be like a diamond in the rough that gets a bad rap because of some of its certain qualities that shouldn't overshadow other qualities. Alternatively, it is awful all the way through. The one thing I know will be bad is the voice acting. And I don't think it has subtitles, which is gonna be fun. Gonna be great. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music and get the game going. So, hi Donnie. Hi anyone else who happens to exist. How loud is the game? I increased the game's volume ever so slightly compared to the 7 streams because I felt like the game was a little too quiet during the Mega Man 7 streams. I can't turn up the TV volume with the TV remote because why would I ever be able to do that? Where's the sensor on this thing? I want to be able to hear the dialogue. Anyway, we got a couple things to sit through before the game actually starts. I've never seen any of the cutscenes beyond Dr. Wowie jokes, so I don't know what this opens on. I don't really know the plot of this game. So, any options? Just button configuration. Yeah, it seems fine. Alright, let us enter the bad. Mega Man 8! That specifically I remember really well. Oh no, the game is slightly off-centered. Hold on, I'm trying to fix something. There we go. Nope, still one pixel off. No? There we go. God. Okay, we good now? Haha, you fool. I fixed it. Okay, this doesn't have like a traditional like title screen opening like the others do. And that is because first of all, I just want to show that the option mode just pulls up the Legacy Collection options. It's kind of lame. I will never see what the actual options look like in this game. Alright, let's get going. Gonna turn the game audio up higher than usual. Why are we in space? Why are we with Transformers? I was not expecting human grunting to come from that. And that is why there are pumpkins. So, weird comet thing's gonna hit the Earth. It's gonna be a weird element, and Dr. Light's gonna study it. Talk about a cold open. Oh! Someone tried to catch him. Hi.
Hey, Bass! Why must I fight you? We are not enemies!
Shut up!
Bass.
Mega Man! Go! Mega Man, hurry! You must come with me!
You can't leave yet!
Rush Jet!
No!
Bass, we'll have to take care of this some other time.
No!
Stop calling him Bass.
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
It's not the voice I was expecting for
Light.
Bass.
What is the problem?
A strange meteor has fallen to Earth just a while ago. This meteor seems to be emitting a powerful energy signature. Something this powerful must not fall into the hands of evil.
I understand,
Evil.
Dr. Light. I'm on it.
Thank you, Mega Man. If you can, please bring the meteor back.
Okay.
So that's the context behind the opening.
Ready.
Alright, why is Mega Man like 7? That's just, that's how he's been. For some reason, the cutscenes are way quieter than the gameplay itself. He's technically like 12. Yes, he is a small boy. The man is a misnomer. So if I understood that properly, two big space robots fight in space. One of them gets beaten and falls to Earth like a meteor. And so Dr. Light called Mega Man while he was in the middle of a fight and said, go investigate the meteor. So that's the context behind this opening. I actually had no idea. I've played through this opening stage a couple times, and I've skipped the cutscene every time. So that's interesting. So that's what we're in for. This is gonna be annoying. I'm gonna have to like swap. I'm gonna have to change the volume levels on the game over and over. Like during cutscenes, I'm gonna need them to be louder so you can hear the dialogue. But during the gameplay, I don't want it to overshadow me. Anyway, on our way to find a meteor, I guess. Also, they called Bass Bass. Like the localization team just completely missed the fact that it was a musical term. It's like, yeah, they named the villain after a fish. That's what they did. Surely. Anyway, I already like this a little more than 7, based on the sole fact that Mega Man's no longer massive. Huge Mega Man is no longer going to be a problem. And so, like, gameplay-wise, I played through the entirety of 6, and I've only played through the entirety of 7 and only played one stage of this. But my limited impressions are that this feels, physics-wise, a lot more like classic Mega Man. Hey, Dr. Light. Mega Man! Can you hear me? I've searched the island. I'm gonna try and imitate how he's voice acted. But can't find it on any map. It's a creepy island. Be careful, Mega Man. Your new weapon is ready. Take it with you. It's called the Mega Ball. You can kick it to attack the enemies. It's a powerful weapon. It's a powerful weapon. Thank you, Dr. Light. Anyway, yeah, you actually start off with a certain ability. An interesting thing about this one is that you actually get to use the Mega Buster while using special weapons. because special weapons map to A, your Mega Busters map to Y, so you can use them at the same time, which is interesting. It's a creepy island. Is that your professional opinion, Dr. Light? What's going on, Cam? Lots and nothing. Basically all day I've been excited to stream this because this, I think, is probably the most different Mega Man game from the typical classic series. So I've just been thinking, man, I want to play Mega Man 8. A game that most people don't like. For one, Mega Man swims in this one. Mega Man's never gone swimming before. Mega Man always just like dropped like a rock in water and just jumped and acted like normal. There's a bolt. That's another thing. Sorry, Jake. I'm already warning you. Like most of my streams, this one's going to be very like Mega Man exposition heavy and therefore probably not super accessible. That bolt I just picked up. Thing that is different about this game compared to 7, which introduced the shop, is that there's like a limited number of bolts you can get. They aren't just currency that are dropped by enemies. They're like specific hidden collectibles. That's all good. And playing video. Okay, good. The shop works completely differently in that like the hidden things are the currency, and there's a limited amount of currency you can get in the game. On top of that, there is not enough currency to buy all the upgrades. So this is a game that is literally impossible to 100% in one playthrough. So that's something that is like intended to promote replayability, is that you can't buy all the upgrades. You can only buy a certain amount of upgrades. So like your loadout basically is going to be different every playthrough. So I have no idea what upgrades I'm going to buy, but I can't buy all of them. Can't tell if I hate that or not. Me too. But it's a short enough game that like Mega Man's worth replaying anyway. It's not like it's a... I'm going to probably finish this tomorrow. Oh, hi. Thank you. So just like 7, you can tell this has a has an intro stage, which is a thing that came from the Mega Man X series. Oh God. Okay, so I think you're just intended to spam the Mega Ball here. Your first boss is hey, don't use your normal loadout. Use this weird thing we just gave you. I keep missing him, though. So yeah, Mega Man has a weird soccer ball thing going on here. Oh my God! I'm about to run out. I hit him once. Ah! Okay, I think the intent is that you spam the Mega Ball because, like, the proper Buster only opens his hatch if you hit him with a full charge, but that's not how that went for me. The way they try to add a Z-axis to make the platforms look 3D is really tripping me out. Yeah, this is definitely I feel like 32-bit games have that in spades. I really like the character design. I like the art style in this a lot. This one definitely, I feel like it definitely has a cohesive identity, compared to like earlier Mega Man games. Like with 7, the way they did I liked the art style of 7 too, but, the way they tried to do the art style was just, okay, make everything bigger and add more detail, whereas this, like, is very clearly, like, it has a look it's going for. Why is this battle so difficult? Second weapon you get is fucking soccer. Let go of me. I will not die on the first boss. Technically, I didn't. Cam, you watched Dragon Ball Z? I loved it as a kid, and it's got a lot of the same supervillain alien aspects of what I've seen so far in this game. I think you'd like it a lot if you enjoy the lore of Mega Man. The lore so far is completely different than than I've ever seen in Mega Man, but I should watch Dragon Ball Z at some point. I'm sure I would get some level of enjoyment out of it, because a lot of the things I like are super inspired by it. Like, fucking Sonic had Dragon Ball Z references from the second game on. Super Sonic is a Super Saiyan reference. Dr. Wily, why are you here? Mega Man, so you've come. How did you find my secret base? I'm impressed. Oh, the sprite moves with the talking portrait. Most games don't do that. I like that. But you're too late. I've just found something that's more powerful than this base. That's a weird sentence. My base is powerful. Ha ha ha. Your world is mine. Okay. All right. Thanks, Wily. Wait, Wily. I've got to go after him. What's this? A robot? Oh, I thought Wily, like, took the robot. Did he take the crystal on the robot's head? Because it had a weird crystal on it. It's still alive. I must help it. Man! Mega Man, can you hear me? Is anything going on? Yes, Doctor! Abbreviated. Even though it's on its own. I found a robot. What? Okay, I understand. I'll go there and pick it up. You go after Wily. I've got it, Doctor! God, the voice acting. Alright, save. Yeah. Are we going straight to the stage select from here? 2 bolts. I don't know how many bolts there are. I guess the closest thing you could do to 100%ing in one playthrough is to get all the bolts, but you can't buy everything with all the bolts, so I don't think I'm gonna specifically try and go for all the bolts. I didn't pull up my notes. As usual, I forgot. Alright, so, just like 7, it's instead of all 8 Robot Masters in one cycle, you do 4 that are one complete loop, and then another 4. So these 4, and also just like 7, you don't get to see their names before you enter the stage. You do get to see their sprites, which is kind of cool. Jesus Christ, Frostman is giant. Anyway, I know 3 of these. I don't know the bottom right one, but I'm gonna pull up my notes. I made notes on what my possible order will be. There they are. Okay. Dragon Ball Z Kai, the English dub is great. Damn, even the evil scientist robot man, that's definitely inspired by TBC. In Dragon Ball Z, there's an evil scientist who builds android people. He put his brain in a robot so he could live infinitely and conquer Earth. Good. Good. What does that sound like? Probably a million things that were inspired by that. Anyway, is that... Yes, that robot master's the Joker. So this is Tengu Man. Don't ask me what a Tengu is. I looked it up. It's like a winged demon thing. This is Frost Man. This is Grenade Man. And this is Clown Man. So I don't know how any of these connect. Japanese mythological demon, ice, grenade, clown. So the best logic I've thought so far is a holdover from, was it 7? I think it was 7, where, what was it? I think, was it Spring Man being effective against Shade Man? Maybe it was that. It was something to the effect of, like, silly thing worked against serious thing. So the best I can think is the developers probably thought it would be funny if they made the Ancient Demon weak to Clown. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm going Frost to Clown to Tengu to Grenade. Not sure why. I will be wrong. We'll find out. Not joking, everything Mega Man I've watched so far reeks of Dragon Ball Z and makes me want to rewatch it, lol. This one definitely, like, the anime influences are very apparent. This one is, again, very different in lots of ways from the previous Mega Man games. We're gonna hop right into Frostman's stage. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea if this is the easiest one. Frostman! I keep not expecting the sun voice acting. Ready. Oh, and it says ready too. All right. Ah! Oh, there's voice acting when he jumps. Okay, well, this is simple and fun so far. I'm curious what the Robot Master powers are like, because this will be the third ice bot in the series. The first one was in Mega Man 1, and then they did not do ice. No, they did Blizzard Man. Okay, never mind. I think it's the fourth ice. There's Blizzard Man, Ice Man, Freeze Man in 7, and then Frost Man here. That penguin really be spinning. This feels a lot more fluid than 7 in some way. Except now we're on a vehicle. I hate this now. No, this is fine. There will probably be things I dislike, but I know this one has a much bigger focus on vehicles as a whole. What? Was I supposed to duck? Could I slide there? What did you want from me? You can't? Okay, you can slide. Mega Man 8 suddenly becomes Sonic Riders for no good reason. Look at my skateboard! Yeah. Oh, it gave me an icon telling me to skate. Telling me to slide. Skate. Kill the bunny! Okay, it is telling me in advance what to do. Oh, I got a bolt! Will it save that I got that bolt? Will I have to re-get the bolt? Here's another weird change that we don't really have the capacity to see right now. Well, I guess you could technically with the Mega Ball, but how many times do you think I'm going to use the Mega Ball? Your weapons refill when you lose a life. They just refill all the way, which is interesting. Another thing is that there are no E-tanks in this one. I think I read that. There are no E-tanks. They just don't exist. Why? I don't know. That was the case in Mega Man 1, and that's the only one where that's the case. Oh my god. Did you want me to, like, mash the button a bunch? All right, continue. I didn't get that far. This is how the first stage will always be. How's this looking so far? This doesn't feel bad. This feels really nice, actually. Like, first impression, like, very first impression, I'm liking the feel of this way more than 7. Of course, 7 I had bad feelings on at the start and then warmed up to. This might be the opposite, we'll see. I did see someone say this was the only Mega Man game where they felt compelled to use anything other than just the Buster all level. So maybe the weapon selection is really neat. I also find that hard to believe because Mega Man 2 has the Metal Blade, and that one's terribly overpowered and you can abuse it to hell. Like, this bit feels nice. I like this. Like, it's a vehicle, but it doesn't, like, interrupt the flow of the typical gameplay. It's like... It's sort of like a Donkey Kong Country minecart, but less intrusive. It wanted me to shoot through those. Okay, yeah, I expected you could just slide over those. It is a little weird to me that instead of just like telegraphing what the things are, it's like, oh, it just literally gives me a sign telling me what's ahead. Jesus Christ. Oh no, I was so close. There was a bolt there. There was a bolt there. Oh, hey Raymond, how you doing? Welcome. I'm doing it. I'm doing the one no one likes. And I'm liking it so far. How are you? Hey Jake, welcome back. Okay, that gives a weapon capsule, but A, that's not super useful right now. B, there's not really room to grab it? Later on, there's another one of those, like, weird little party balloon things that, drop items, but they don't seem to be super helpful. Here, specifically. Because you can't really grab the things from them. Jump, jump. It, like, literally yells at you to jump. Like, see, all of those went right over my head. This is the part where things start getting a little treacherous. Oh, if I just kept holding right, I could have gotten that bolt. My sister's playing Super Mario Party. Oh, another change in this one that I already know about that we'll see later is that Rush isn't his own item as far as I can tell. Like, I don't think you start with Rush Coil and things like that. Rush is a context-sensitive, like, scripted encounter thing where, like, you will go into a level and then part of that level will be in the air and you will just use Rush Jet during that part. But you can't use it otherwise, which... we'll see how that is. That doesn't sound like a wonderful change. No! Well, time to start that over. Thanks, Ken, for telling me what Rush is before I had to ask. Mega Man Robot Dog. Doing pretty good, just came back from a walk outside and addicted to Xenoblade Chronicles. And you? Am I playing any games? No. No, right now I'm just watching Milo Murphy's Law, and that's the only thing I'm doing outside of, outside of streaming. Telling myself I'll make progress on, writing video things, and then writing 2 paragraphs. What just fell that I grabbed? It made like a ding sound. And it was unfamiliar. Am I playing any games right now? No, as he's... Am I playing any games for leisure? 2 paragraphs is progress, shut the fuck up. Especially when you haven't written on the thing in, like, at least 2 months. Saw on Twitter that you were playing Xenoblade. I keep wanting to get into Xenoblade again, but it's so long, and, like, now there's 2 remakes out that I feel like, oh, if I'm gonna play that, I should play one of the remakes, not the Wii version. But it's so long that I don't know if I want to buy the Switch version right now. But also it's something I want to stream, but also it's so long that I don't know if I want to stream it. I got Xenoblade for my birthday like years ago, and like we spent a ton of time hunting for it because it was rare at the time, and then I played it for a decent bit. I made a good bit of progress in the story, but I think I made it to Alchemoth. I don't remember how many hours that is in the game, and don't ask me to explain it if you don't know what that is, because I barely remember what that is. This is leisure, but there are so many other hours in the day that I'm using for nothing that lately I have been playing multiple games at once. Also, keep in mind, I am very introverted, very not a social butterfly, so talking is work for me. Like, this is fun and I like doing it, but I don't do it out of relaxation, if that makes sense. Leisure and relaxation have 2 different meanings, so maybe I should have said that. This part's hard. This part's hard. Ah! Ah! Game has to be funny, and that's hard and takes a ton of effort to do. Oh, I missed the bolt. Well, I'm not gonna go back for the bolts if I do miss them. No, it told me to jump and I did it! This is not relaxing. I always thought this was your wind down game. There are multiple days where I'm like, man, I'm too exhausted to stream. That used to happen a lot more than it does right now. And it was mostly times when I'm all socialed out. But like, yeah, I treat this more as social time than relax and play video game time. Or that's how it registers in my mind. Like, just sitting and playing a game is very different for me as an experience than sitting and playing a game and having to make an attempt at being entertaining during it. And it's social but also fun. Well, yes, it's fun. It's just a different sort of fun. One that I can get very exhausted from. I'm never gonna get past this, it seems. Or I'm gonna get past it and then I'll have no lives, so I'm gonna die. That reminds me, I haven't written in my script for a hot second. How long is a hot second? Jump, jump! I've seen people say that Mega Man's sprite looks awkward in this game, but I like it and think it fits in really well with the art style. Jump, jump. Slide, slide. That doesn't even sound like the word slide. How are you feeling about this constant voice acting? It's not a bad thing, it's just a thing that exists for me. It's just unusual. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really have feelings about it. More of a why is this here than a why is this here? Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Ah! This is feeling a lot like Donkey Kong Country right now. Get Kate in here. It'll be a party. It's giving me ample opportunity to grab that bolt again? I'm glad you can like go back and forth. Makes it a little more than just a simple like minecart sort of level. Ah! What does this feel like? I feel like there's a section in some sort of some Sonic game. Some sort of Sonic game! Some Sonic game that feels like this. But I might just be saying that because like there's a bunch of games where Sonic is on a snowboard or riding on a plane wing or something like that. But none of them are like this as far as I'm aware. Grab the things. Ah, ah. He's speaking the actions he's doing. No, it's the game is yelling the actions I should do at me. When he jumps, he just goes, ha! I missed the bolt again. I made it. Am I jumping the gun there? Did I make it? I did make it. Okay, good. But I have no lives left. So, continue point.
Ready.
And it redid the ready. Whoa. That's weird. Does that mean if I get a game over, I come back here? Is that how the checkpoints work in this? Interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. That probably means the levels are gonna be way longer, which means if I get a weakness wrong, I have a lot to redo. Correct, oh God. Yeah, really not sure how to feel about that. BRB needs sausage. Get Caden here for any time between 5 seconds and 1 minute so we can clip it and have a poggers moment. A poggers moment. Oh, there's a bolt! I suppose I need to jump on the, oh my God. I need to properly time a jump onto the ice block so I can get on that. Lives are somewhat meaningless in this game. That's kind of how it looks like it's gonna be, which I don't have a problem with. Like, in a lot of games, lives don't need to be there. Like, I thought it was a really good thing when, like, in linear platformers with short levels, where that sort of replayability is, like, part of the experience, yeah, lives are valuable there. But there's a lot of games that, like, keep lives around that don't need to have them. Like, I was really happy when Super Mario Odyssey did away with lives because dying functionally is just a save and quit in a lot of exploration type games like the 3D Marios. So when Mario Odyssey got rid of lives and instead just made dying make you lose money and start back from a certain spot, like, that was good to me. I liked that, as opposed to, oh, you died a bunch of times, get kicked out of the level and go back in. What do you mean by save and quit? Like, in Super Mario Galaxy, if you lose all your lives, you just get kicked out of the level and have to jump back in. It saves your progress, it keeps your coins, it keeps your currency, all the things like that. But that's just the same thing that would happen if you were to save and quit. Like, getting a game over doesn't actually mean anything in the grand scheme of things because there's not much punishment behind it. And in some cases, it's a thing you'd want to do anyway. There's a lot of games where just, I feel like lives don't need to be there because they don't specifically add much to the experience. That's a bolt I don't think I can get without a flame ability? Speaking of save and quit. No! Okay, that's 2 bolts that I don't think I was able to get. Well, the first one oh no! I'm having a lot of trouble jumping on these and using them as platforms. Oh. I did there. Well, the one time I could do it, it's literally just health. Why the ice physics there? Why is that? Can I burn through that? There's a bolt in, wow, okay, there's gonna be a lot more things that I can't get than I expected. Okay. Okay, I don't know what this this gas does. Does it slow me down? I felt slow down for a second. That's pink gas, or does this just obscure my vision? What was the purpose of all that? Because I got through it pretty easily. Speaking of save and quit, in Fallout once I rewrote a save with a save where I just got detected by high-level dudes, so I was stuck in a loop. I love that! That's why I don't overwrite saves in Fallout. Anything can go wrong. It didn't help I was treating it like an FPS. What do you mean by that? Yeah, I make sure not to overwrite saves. I have saves from several characters back. I wasn't expecting another one of these, and it didn't fully process until just now that I was in one of these again. Oh, good. That's what these are for. Okay, but the end came sooner this time. Much sooner. Oh, my neck. Dr. Wily, okay, first Robot Master, 44 minutes in. That's faster than 7, I think. All right, Frostman, those are several Mega Man ice sculptures. Freeze! That's wonderful. I was not expecting the Robot Masters to speak to me. I'll make a popsicle out of you. Okay, so far this seems very doable. I wonder what the difficulty levels of bosses is gonna be like, or are gonna be like, because there are no E-tanks as far as I'm aware. Oh! Ah! No! That was simple. That was very easy. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's the same jingle from the old games. Oh, that's elaborate. You beat Frostman. You got Ice Wave. Okay, cool. I feel good. Oh, the sprite doesn't show up anymore because he's down. All right, remember during my Fallout 4 stream, I kept attacking enemies by popping around a corner, shooting once, and retreating repeatedly like it was a Twitch shooter? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That sounds like if I were to... Well, no, you don't use stealth in Doom, but I was gonna say that, sounds like me applying Doom tactics to Fallout, which I definitely don't do. Just stand in this corner. And they don't ever see me. Because the AI's fucking stupid. And the battles aren't fun. That's only sometimes. It's about half the time. Okay, so I was gonna go Frost to Clown. Why? Clowns are afraid of ice, right? To be fair, I still use Far Cry Tactics in Fallout 4. I see Wiley's favorite bronze over brains on this one. Clown Man. I'm Clown Man! I was... Tiny part of me was hoping he'd be voiced by Mark Hamill. I like the theming here. Again, like, regardless of the gameplay, I've said this about the... Oh, that was a cutscene where control was taken away from me. There are ice climbers here. No, that's Iceman and Gutsman and Cutman toys. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. What was I saying? Regardless of the gameplay, even if, like, in some cases the gameplay gets worse over time, I do think the series consistently... gets better in its stage aesthetics. Like this screams Clown Man, doesn't it? Go back to the first Mega Man, that's not the case with a lot of things. I missed that bolt, but fuck it, whatever. I guess I'm just never gonna buy anything from the shop, which is probably what was gonna be the case anyway. You grabbed me. That's a train! Do I ride the train? No, the train hurts me, but you can ride the train. It wants you to ride the train, it just doesn't want you to be stabbed by the train or run into the back of the train, which makes some sense. That's a life. Oh, that's what that glowing blue thing was a while ago. I was like, I dropped an unfamiliar thing. What was that? It was a life. Sprinting to cover, running around like a madman, sniping from obscene distance. I mainly just do that last one. Oh, these trains are fast. I'm gonna not get on that train because there seems to be things down here. Okay, there wasn't actually things down there. It's just the difference between zooming over things or not zooming over things. Ah, those trains crash into each other! This still feels better than 7. I do think I am liking this more than 7. That might be a controversial thing to say. Fuck. For context, those who don't know, mainly Jake, pretty much every Mega Man game seen after 4 up until 9 is seen as not great. Not necessarily bad in most cases, but Mega Man 8 is seen as bad. Mega Man 7 is seen by some elements of the fan base as bad. This one I think is considered the worst. And I'm liking it more than 7 so far. And so far there's no like big glaring flaws screaming at me. There are some like unconventional changes that haven't affected me yet. that I don't know how to feel about. Like the lack of E-tanks, will that matter? I don't know. Will I miss them? Probably. But will that affect the quality of the game itself? Beyond, oh, I wish this thing from the other ones was in it? But I don't know. Like lukewarm, well, where you can like it in a vacuum, but if you're a long-standing fan, it's frustrating. Yeah, potentially. Like, I could see this being someone's first Mega Man game and, like, not seeing why people dislike it because, like, once you get to a certain point in a long-running franchise, a game's quality doesn't matter. It's that quality compared to the other games. Like, if Fallout 4 came out in a vacuum, I would say Fallout 4 is an alright game. Unfortunately, Fallout 4 came out in the same series as Fallout New Vegas and had none of the things that made that and the early Fallouts good. Yeah, this one definitely has some unconventional changes. Like, there are no energy tanks anymore. Energy tanks you can use in the field to heal you all the way. Heal yourself completely. Now you can't do that. Rush he basically acted as an item you can use in places to get over things more easily. Now he's just a scripted encounter sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe I haven't encountered the things yet that make this bad. I know one of the big things is just the voice acting. People hate the voice acting. Ha! I am kind of surprised that, like, this was made for the PlayStation 1 and yet it retained classic Mega Man gameplay. I thought I would die there. And yet it retained classic Mega Man gameplay, because this was the same console generation as the N64, and yet it was not like a 3D game, which surprises me. That's how Modern Warfare 3 was, haha. Yeah, basically just franchise syndrome. Is that a term? It's probably a term that I've read somewhere. I still get very disappointed Fallout 4 learned like nothing from New Vegas and was basing itself entirely off of Fallout 3 and Skyrim. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Skyrim with Oblivion with guns without guns with guns. Hey, I'm a head off, fams. Okay, bye, Jake. Have a good night. Does that always drop a life? I think it does. Also, this pause menu takes a while to show up. And graphically, I like this a lot. It definitely feels like a natural progression of the NES Mega Mans. So far, there definitely hasn't been one that I've disliked. And from what I hear, if I make it past this and I haven't disliked any of them, then I am home free. A lot of people say 9 is their favorite. And 9 and 10 are like specifically built to imitate the NES games, so from here on out until 11, we are going backward in time, basically. You'll get to see 8-bit bass, which will be bizarre. Oh. Oh, there's like X's and O's on the floor. I see. Okay, that's why that popped out and hurt me. That's what killed me earlier, and I was like, what? That's unfair. Hi, what in God's name am I looking at? Looks like a Kirby boss, not a Mega Man boss. Okay, this is a little hectic. It's not bad. It's an alright boss, I think. Would the Mega Ball serve me well here, out of curiosity? Yes, because it bounces everywhere, but, you know. Whoa, what was that? Oh. Continue point. Alright. Onward we go. I am curious what the boss difficulty is going to be like. Oh, hi, Sniper Joe. Oh, it's, Oh, okay, I see how this works. These are like on a timer, the floor is. And if you're standing on one of the O's when the timer goes off, then you're safe. If you're standing on one of the X's, you get punched. If you're standing on one of the skulls, you, fall through. Interesting. Let go of me! Okay, well. What does it mean to stand on this? Okay, I knew it was different. I was not expecting back to the start different. Once it took me into the floor, I was like, oh, this will take me to a secret spot with a bolt, maybe. Finding it very hard to hit, Sniper Joe. Okay, there we go. This is a lot. This is certainly a lot. Oh no! Oh, I didn't think I was getting through that alive. That was hectic. That was hectic. I just noticed the guy with the hammer hitting the bell in the background. I didn't see that until you pointed it out. That's so why. Okay, so there is a visual representation of the timer. I think that's part of why I was having trouble, is that I didn't see that. The timer was in the background. It's giving me a lot of lives. Not that I'm complaining, just forgiving. Where are these taking me? Both just down, it seems. Okay. Okay, there's an number that tells you how many times you can use the thing. That's new. That's definitely new. Oh, I see. It wants me to go through a lot to get that bolt, but I can get it, so I shall. I assume I can get it. Can I really not get on top of that? Is that what's holding me back? Why can't I jump on top of that? This is interesting. Not really sure how to go about this. Yeah, I guess I give up. I don't think the bolt is worth all that trouble. Well, I haven't seen how valuable they truly are, so maybe it is, but that was a good use of the Mega Ball, I think. I'm a smart boy. Please call me smart. Please validate me. Okay. Grenade Joe. That's a new one. Okay, it wants me on this, because there's no other way to progress. Is this a warp? Yeah, I figured. And now the trouble's just figuring out where each one goes. Interesting. I guess there's 3 to try here. Okay. Now there's 4 to try. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think this one to my left is what I came in with. Ah! That's not quite what I was expecting to happen. Okay. Yeah, I'm supposed to be able to get that bolt. But I don't care. This stream series is just gonna be me continuing to not give a shit about the bolts, I guess. Here we are. In a pile of toys. I love that. Hi.
I'll make you join my man.
I'll make you join my what? He's not weak to frost. Well, figured that one out quickly.
Ready.
In that case, we will keep trying until game over. Not gonna bother like loading saves a bunch of times.
Yo, Kiki.
I don't know what he said. Watch it.
Thunderclaw.
Okay.
Win. Thunder Carnival.
Did he call me a weeb? I was not expecting Clown Man to use electricity. So it's probably the opposite. He's probably the last one. If it's like Mega Man 1, then ice is weak to electric. I think it was supposed to be Wimp. Oh, I'm sure it was. Weeb.
Ready.
That's a hard fight. That's a much harder fight than Frost. Frost might work on Grenade. Thunder Carnival. Ah, these are really hard to dodge. Ah, especially that one, which comes out of nowhere. Well, that's the end of that. Let's go somewhere else. Let's adjust that. Let's put Clown at the end. I think that's fair. We thinking Frost to Tengu or Frost to Grenade? I think I'm gonna Frost to Grenade. I don't know, if you freeze a grenade, it doesn't explode, right? Let's do it! I'm Grenade Man! He's so proud of it. This looks like a Metropolis Zone from Sonic 2. And as such, like Mad Gear Zone from Sonic 4. Okay, so if you destroy those, they explode. I imagine there's probably going to be puzzles where like you have to avoid destroying it to get a collectible or something. I was gonna say, or stuff where you have to destroy the floor, because you can't do that with your Mega Buster, but that didn't seem to actually do anything. I'm surprised that didn't do a kill. So you want me to fall down that? That's probably death. I'm not gonna, yeah. Okay, now I can destroy walls. And die! It was load bearing. So you can destroy all the walls, not just the cracked ones. So if I do this, will that wall die? No. Mega Ball, ricochet! Everywhere. Trying to hit this. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It almost happened. Really? There's no happy medium where it hits that wall? It hits that ground? There's no Robot Master calling Mega Man a simp. Simp?! Oh, wait, yeah, it doesn't even, it straight up doesn't even destroy those. Seriously cannot get over how Roll's voice is deeper than Mega. Is it? I didn't really take note of Roll's voice. Does Roll matter in this one? Cause that'd be wild. Nope, it's one of these again. That was in Burst Man's stage. How do you want me to get in there? I don't think this is how. Oh, that's definitely the exit for if I took whatever alternate route existed earlier. Whatever. Nope, bolt. Okay. I finally got one, guys! Oh, is this the thing? No, this is the continue point. We can't be at him already. Yeah, mini boss. Alright, that's not quite what I was expecting to find here. Mega Ball is surprisingly fun to use, if impractical in a lot of spots. It's definitely more fun to kick a soccer ball into his face than it is to take time charging up a shot just to make sure it penetrates. Is he down? He's flashing, okay. He's not flashing on your end because 30 FPS capture, but... that looks like it could be a ladder, but didn't really look like 100% a ladder. Hammers. Very important in with grenades. What? Oh, at continue points it reloads all your items. Okay. I guess. God, those hammers look good. They are very smooth. I mean, not really. No, they're noticeably choppy, but like in a neat aesthetic-y kind of way. Not like in a jarring, oh god, why way. Okay, that is a fuse you're supposed to light. But I have nothing to light it with. Light it with ice. Yeah, no. Why is this one red? Oh, wait, come. Oh, I think I could have had it come this way and it would have lit that. Whatever. Oh, well. Or was I supposed to be on it to get on these? Or is it either? You have to choose between the two. Well, it respawns. No! Oh, does it only go that way? I thought it followed me. Nah, you're probably expected to use a fire thing to light that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's wherever you're pointed, it looks like. Or not. That's just how it felt because it's sat still for a second. Dear God, I'm bad at this. Oh, hi. You look like a Kirby enemy. Can you jump over ledges? Am I supposed to bring you with me? That's a no. Was I not? Were there blocks here I wasn't supposed to destroy? Whatever. That bolt's not worth it. I'm really just curious on how you solve the bolt question. That's not what I wanted to recharge. Ah, let me through! Let me through! Let me through! I see we got a timed puzzle. Essentially. Yes! Okay, cool. I got a couple bolts. I can feel a little less bad about myself for missing those. I do like that they're doing some little, the occasional thing to like take advantage of the 32-bit hardware other than just better graphical capabilities. Like this hammer thing, I think they tried some like 3D things like it in NES Mega Man games, but because everything was flat, like you couldn't really tell in some spots. But like this, it's very clear that those are swinging toward you and you need to dodge them. Not so much in a lot of NES games. Or even in a lot of SNES games. I should have used that to refill. Or did that refill everything? Or was everything already full? Whatever, we're at Grenade Man. Let's see if he's weak to freeze.
Crush everyone!
Crush everyone! That's not his weakness. That doesn't seem to be his weakness. Okay, he seems like the kind of boss I can beat next life, potentially, but that's not his weakness. But in this one, everything regenerates, which I guess isn't necessarily a bad change, it's as much as a different change. I mean, if you yell that you're using your bomb every time, I can usually dodge it. Okay, maybe I won't win this. I don't think I'll win this. Jeez, that was worse than I expected. Okay, hour and 15, and I have not, I've only beaten one. That's fine. Tengu! I think is the only one left who'd be weak to freeze. Maybe he uses flame in some way. If he does, then I feel like he would pretty clearly be effective against Grenade. Only clearly because we are now no longer in a position where Frostman is part of the equation. I'd beat Tengu Man, he'd be flame themed, and then I'd be questioning, wait, is the flame effective against ice, or is the flame effective against not ice? Against explosives. This goes all the way back up, right? Maybe not all the way. Okay, there we go. I got it. Oh. I have played a little bit of this stage. And it's, weird. I think, yeah, this was the only Robot Master stage I tried my hand at before doing the full playthrough. And stuff like this made me realize, this might not be the best. But the other stages haven't been like that, and I've reached the end of the other stages. I've also realized why they split them into 4 sets. It wasn't to make the weaknesses easier. That was poorly timed. Why they split the 8 Robot Masters into 2 sets of 4. It's not, because that makes the weaknesses easier to figure out or to streamline the process or anything. It's so the first set of 4 could be easier than the next set of 4. There could be an actual difficulty progression as opposed to the typical, okay, all 8 stages have to have roughly the same difficulty, and then we can play with it during Wily. This lets them make 4 easy stages and then 4 hard stages. Anyway, here's the weird rush thing. It finally happened. So yeah, it's like a tornado type thing from, well, no, it's much more akin to like a space shooter or something like that. I was gonna say, it's like the tornado sections from Sonic 2? No. This isn't bad, this is just not very Mega Man-y. Also, Eddie is here to help. Is he dropping bombs? That's exactly what he's doing. Oh, is Rush shooting his own thing now too? Yes. Okay, this is they're progressively like powering me up over and over here. That could be Otto or Eddie. It was Otto. Do you have more for me, really? Or no, that's the end. Okay. Just found out. Oh god. Found out just now the job I'm applying for has a minimum salary of 15. Epic! That's really good for Texas, absolutely. Any idea yet if you've made it past the first stage of the application process? Well, I guess you did because you got approved for the virtual interview. But any idea how that went? HEB is a really good company as far as salary and benefits. That's definitely what I hear. Also, have I said anything about my potential job future that's about to be handed to me on a platter? I don't think I have. So my parents are opening a bar soon, and there's a very good chance that I will be I will have a weekly gig as the trivia host. So that'll be like whatever their flat rate is plus whatever the patrons tip me. Haven't heard back on the first interview. Okay. Any idea when? Yes. Yeah, that's happening. Probably. They still haven't quite decided if they will have trivia, but if they do, I have the job. And since I'm not going back to campus, that means I can hold on to that for a while. They won't have to replace me once I go back to Austin, because I'm not going back to Austin for a while. Another one of these? Okay. Well, okay. At least it's not a death thing if you screw up, because this is hard to get the hang of. I don't know how much it comes across just watching it, but like this is very slippery. Very, very slippery. Oh, nice. I give you my best wishes with that. Well, thanks. I'm definitely concerned on the pandemic side of things, working in a restaurant type place in a bar. But I won't really be like close to any of the patrons. I'll just be like up on their stage thing. If you jump against the wind, you can't jump to the left at all. It's not a slower jump. It's just not a jump at all. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I was concerned on the pandemic side of things to be working in a bar because I don't think bars should be open right now. But I'm gonna be up on stage and I'll be wearing a mask, of course, and I will definitely be distancing. It's not like I'm gonna be a server. Like if they offered, I don't think it's legal for me to be a server because the whole alcohol situation. But if that was the job, then I would decline it. Mostly because like if I needed the money, I would take that sort of job out of necessity, but I don't really need the money. I just would like to have money. Cuz I'm staying home, all my like actual things are pretty much paid for and accounted for, thankfully. Also, I thought this was the harder path. No. The harder path is this. Supposedly, but that was actually very simple. Ah! This is a wild one. I'm glad they did an air-themed stage that wasn't a rip-off of Airman stage, because they did have an air-themed Robot Master in the... Who was it? Cloudman? And Cloudman stage was basically just an update of Airman stage.
Kid, you're almost not worth the effort.
Oh, okay. All right. Kid, you're almost not worth the effort. Okay, Flying Boy. Weak to freeze? Probably not. Freeze only works against the ground. If he's on the ground. Then what is supposed to be weak to freeze? Is this like a matter of just dodging his attacks until he hits the ground? Might be better for them to hire you as the overall events host instead of hiring other people to host karaoke and open mic and stuff. Wink, wink. They already do have someone handling karaoke, but that's because they have a bunch of equipment that someone has to handle. Yeah, I think I'm just going to be trivia. Tornado. Do you ever hit the ground? Do you ever hit the ground? Well, this gets rid of his attacks. What does it want from me? That. Oh, that was my chance. Soccer ball moment. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use next. Okay, that is his weakness. It's just hard to hit him with. Let go of me. I'm very close to winning this. However, okay, continue. Of course, I have to redo a bunch of stuff now. But not the whole level.
Ready.
Just back from halfway through Rush, I suppose. I guess this makes a bit of sense from a logical standpoint, even though it's not what you'd guess. Like, Freeze will stick him to the ground. It will take his advantage away from him. I definitely love the custom animations for when you successfully use someone's weakness against them, because, like, that makes it a little more clear, like, what the purpose of that weakness is supposed to be. That they put a little bit of thought into it, as opposed to just, he takes more damage to this one. Because that's definitely how a lot of the early ones feel. And that's even how a lot of these feel. Or I'm sure will feel. And how a lot of 7 felt. But the animations, some thought put in. Like, yeah, okay, freeze his feet to the ground, then he can't fly for a bit. That makes sense. I do think I take issue with the levels being so long, though. Only because, like, the way I play Mega Man is I don't look up the level order. I definitely will be going through the stages multiple times just to figure out the order. So having to replay long stages again, this is gonna be a little annoying. I need health. Now, did this already take me to the thing? No, it didn't. Yeah, there was quite a bit before the boss door. Need to try not and die. Try not to die before the boss door, just because that'd be bad. But also, my health is pretty. Not my health. My lives are pretty limited. Oh! Remember when I said if you die there, you don't die? You just get knocked to the bottom? I failed to consider that you could be hurt by spikes above other spikes. Popped by spikes above other spikes, which then... Ow! So Raymond, I know you said this one was just kind of eh. Do you have any more elaborate thoughts on this one? Just out of curiosity. Don't feel like you have to type out a big thing just because I asked you, but if you want to. I'm just curious on thoughts about this one. Because I'm actually really liking this. Like, granted, I have over half a game left still. This is my second Robot Master. But I'm having a lot of fun. I think I'm liking it more than 7. I think that still holds. No! Oh, I got a game over before the boss. That's a rough one. I made it through that basically second try, I think. Earlier, but now things are hard and bad. Yes, let's put Mets on the ground. That'll help. Hey, life. That's helpful, given what happened earlier. I thought Beat was holding Eddie for a second, just the way they were positioned. That is not the case. I can drop the Mega Ball. I can drop it on the ground and kick it. There's no point to it, but I can. I was just curious if you could still use your Robot Master abilities while on Rush. That's neat. Sure, would be a little more useful if I was doing this later. Oh! Okay. I didn't even make it past the rush bit. Yeah, this is taking a while. Yeah, I'm guessing, I'm kind of guessing that this stream's probably just going to be the first 4 Robot Masters. I was thinking, okay, we'll do it different from 7. I'll just do all the Robot Masters and then do Wily in another stream. I don't think that's going to be the case here. Give me that. Okay. Very little damage so far, and that instantly undid itself. Okay. Let's get past the big gun thing now this time. How's the game audio, by the way? I boosted it 5 decibels from where it was in Mega Man 7, and Mega Man 7 I thought was very quiet. Audio good? Okay, cool. Okay, now he's down. God. I got through that very easily the first time, to the point where the second time I reached the gun thing, I was like, wait, what? There was a mini-boss here? Like, he died so quickly that I don't think I realized that there was a mini-boss going on the first time I fought it. Okay, let's try and not die this time. I'll check chat once I'm out of here. Okay, you can't shoot well in this. I was kind of afraid that you could and it would pop the bubble. There'd be no purpose for that, but... No! Wait, that damaged me? It didn't kill me? Is it because I landed on the propeller and not a proper spike? Or did I just have really low health the last time I fell on one of these? Like, another fall will kill me, but right now... Nothing. No. Another fall will kill me, but right now, no. But earlier, but later, no. Okay, audio good. Sean Parker just spilled my jelly beans. Fuck Napster. Is Sean Parker the Napster guy? Is he the one Justin Timberlake played in The Social Network? Was he the Napster guy? He was some guy. Some other guy than just help out with Facebook guy. Oh, the bolt was, yeah, bolt was, already got the bolt. Yeah, he was, okay. Epic. Been a while since I played 8, but I honestly do not really know how to elaborate further. Other than, I believe it's just mad in my eyes. This is fair. Only legit criticism I can give is that there's a limited number of bolts to collect in this one for some reason. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that. I do like the idea of like forcibly making every playthrough different. Like you can't buy everything in the store. You gotta replay it to do the thing, but can't replay it. You have to replay it to get all the things. You can't get everything in one go. I do like that idea conceptually, but yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm focusing on the fight now. Ah! No, I'm gonna die. Steal my car? What did he say? What's he saying?
Ready.
It's a Star Fox 64 joke. You probably didn't get it because it was just a very simple sentence.
Kid, you're almost not worth the effort.
You're not worth the effort. Let me go. I keep accidentally sliding instead of jumping. That's weird. Yeah, I haven't been able to actually... That was the first time I was able to actually hit him with the thing. No, now I'm dead.
Feel my power.
Spike that doesn't kill Mega Man? What is this game? Yeah, it is different. This isn't a real Mega Man.
Kid, you're almost not worth the effort.
I have to know when they added unnecessary voice acting to the X series, because I'm sure it happened. This is basically just keep shooting him with the charge blast until he's on the ground. And I've done over half of his health with just that, so. Okay. Feel my power! I hit him with the charge blast there and not the weakness. I'm very close to just doing this Buster only. I'm like one shot from doing this Buster only. Okay! That was a rough fight, but it became predictable. It was a well-designed fight. If not a little flawed in that, like, oh, what if we gave him a weakness that you really can't hit him with? Oh, okay, yeah, it's called Tornado Hold. I was trying to figure out what that last word he was saying was. Alright. Tengu Man is down. You should have called him Tornado Man, then I would have understood. Tengu to grenade. I don't know why. I don't know what clown's gonna be weak to. Throw grenades at the clown. This one's gonna be completely unlike 7 in that I'm going to get every single step of the way wrong. Seven, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I had a wrong guess. I think I had one wrong guess in 7. Was it 5 or 6? I think it was 6 that I guessed the order correctly first try as well. Most of my trouble was finding which one to beat with just the Mega Buster. I think that sounds right. So if I avoid destroying some of these, then the level itself can be easier, because there won't be enemies jumping out of pits. Okay, we're gonna go the other way this time. I would imagine clowns are weak to actual grenades. I imagine, but I don't know if clowns are uniquely weak to actual grenades. Did I make it to the secret alcove spot? I did, and there's a... No, I didn't. There were 3 ways out. One of them was to the left of the bolt. One of them was to the right of the bolt. Wait, but Joker used boom booms. He can't be weak to boom booms. I don't know, man. Kick the soccer ball! I tried one time to use the cool soccer ball weapon and it's not giving me any. Any leeway. Okay, what if Grenade Man like drops grenades from above and I can use the tornado to make him use the tornado to make them shoot back up into him. I don't know. Letterboxd watch list is 2 pages now. I have no idea how long mine is, but also I don't know what's on it. I do not check the watch list very often. When I watch a movie, it is not based on the Letterboxd watch list. I honestly should go clear it and then use it a little more intently. I like using Mega Ball against this. It's over. Mega Ball was very effective against that. Power shot? Okay, he does narrate when he uses the charge shot, apparently. It's apparently canonically called a power shot. Now, with one power shot, you'll see what it means. I thought that was just a weird term made up by the Proto-Men. Not made up by the Proto-Men, but just happened to be used by the Proto-Men in Vengeance. No, I guess it's canonically called a power shot. That's not a problem. Just, oh, okay. Okay, I should not destroy this one. Because then I can get the bolt. Unfortunately, there will be forever respawning Sniper Joes. Or, wait, what do you want from me? Because that's just too high to, I don't know. Gives me a goal, which is to, wait, what? Watch list does for me what your streaming does for you. I can easily list movies I need to see and decide what to watch next. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I just don't use it that way because I'm a dummy. Again, the fact that I don't know what's on my watch list is a problem. Gives me a goal, which is to clear my watch list. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh yeah, there was a bolt there that I already got. This is the spot where I rambled about how it's nice that the 32-bit design was actually used to, like, advance the gameplay in some way. Despite being a 2D side-scroller. Okay. Grenade time, I suppose. Let's see about this.
Say hello to my cute bombs.
To my, your what? Well, that's not his thing. Yeah, that's not his weakness. I hit him with it multiple times. Well, that sucks. How many lives do I have? Oh, okay, I get one shot at this then. And then it's off to Clown Man, who is weak to tornadoes. That means Grenade is weak to Clown. Let me just make sure I'm not mistaken. He does jump a lot. He also runs through it a lot. Okay, it's good at hitting him because it covers a full vertical distance, but it's not like doing extra damage against him. His cackle, my god. Oh no! That I wasn't expecting. This boy has a phase, has a phase 2. Okay, I got him. That's not good? Is that what he just said? He either said that's not good or that's no good, neither of which is appropriate for his death. Okay. I suppose he was weak to Clown. Frost was weak to Grenade. Clown will be weak to Tornado, yes? Though I noticed in phase 2, Tornado was uniquely effective against him because he like jumped into the. I'm Clown Man. He jumped like into the blast, and since he was jumping like so sluggishly, he would stay in the vertical blast. Just realized his wacky mohawk is like the lever on a grenade. Was it? That's wonderful. Also, those little dino toys, those are from Mega Man 7. The toys are exclusively Mega Man 1 Robot Masters. And only half of them. How do they want me to get over there? I guess I don't have something. There is the level design is a little less focused on, like, okay, there are bolts and they're puzzly, but most of the puzzles seem to be things that like it expects you to just figure out without using your abilities. Like it's not really based on using your tool set as much as it is, hey, do platforming. Since you don't have Rush Jet, it's not that puzzle didn't seem to be a matter of, okay, I'll buy Rush Jet. Granted, I still haven't checked the shop. I'm almost halfway through the Robot Masters, haven't opened the shop. I don't know what's in it. Maybe there's a Rush Jet supplement or something else that would have helped me get across that gap. I don't know. Oh yeah, you have to slide under that. How far back did this take me? Is this the beginning? No. I am past the toys. I think the charge shot is also more satisfying than in 7. Also, this doesn't let you auto shoot like the others. Not that that's a bad thing, that's just a difference in the Legacy Collection. Only because there was not a button free for auto shooting, I think. In pretty much all the other emulations, there's an auto shoot button, and it was A. And A is used for using your special weapon in this one. So, That's not a thing. Can I make it? I didn't realize I was on my last life. Can I please make it to the continue point before that? Okay, I don't think I'll lose to this. I didn't realize it tore through his babies in one shot. Yeah, this is definitely well suited for this fight. Oh, he landed on it and died. Yeah, that went a lot faster than the charge shotting. If there was less rhyme or reason to it. That one was a lot more spammy, whereas using a charge shot, I actually dodged his attacks. Okay, that's not actually what I meant to use, but it was effective. Certainly was that. Okay, I'm through that. Should probably have killed myself, because if I get through this, I have one shot at the boss. I actually do really like that you can fire while using weapons. Fire normally while using Robot Master weapons, because it means there's less pausing, for one. For two, it's just, it definitely incentivizes using these in the levels. Because you can still keep playing as normal while having the Robot Master weapon as a secondary. Like that, see? I didn't need it up to that point, but I already had it equipped, so might as well use it. That sort of thing. But at the same time, since you die in, that's not what I'm wanting to use. You can also see multiple attacks on screen at once, which is interesting. I don't know where anything leads. You think I remember any of that? Was this the one I came in, or was the one to the left the one I came in? Okay, good. This is new. Where am I going? Take me up. Okay. If I accidentally fell into the area where the bolt was, then I was gonna do it, but if I'm not there, whatever. Think I'm about at Wily? Yep, not Wily. The Wily door. Oh, Clown Man's definitely weak to Tornado. Duh, he spends all his time swinging up there. Tornado's extremely easy to hit him with, which is why I'm gonna use everything except Tornado on him. What have you done to me? What are you doing? Another thing is that the weaknesses this time seem less focused on doing extra damage to him and more focused on immobilizing them, which is interesting. They still do extra damage, but it also opens... No, do not save or anything like that. It also opens them to further attack, which I think is good. I think that's really cool. I'm curious if Mega Man 11 feels like this at all. Because 9 and 10 are just going to feel like the old ones, which I like the old ones. The old ones are my favorites. But this makes a lot of... This definitely makes a lot of strides in the series that... for better or worse, make things feel different, and it feels like a logical progression in a lot of ways of where the series was.
Dr. Light,
Oh.
how's it going? Will you be okay?
I'm almost finished. The battery will be charged in 10 minutes.
That's good. By the way, what do you make of these?
These seems to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wowie's hands. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
Immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Didn't even try to read the word as it looks. We'll find Dr. Wowie. Sprung that cutscene on us out of nowhere, didn't it? Headcanon, Dr. Light is drunk in Mega Man 8. He might be. He's just sick of this shit. It's happened 7 times before. Of course, this happens the one time that something from space shows up and things are actually shaken up a little. He's remembering. Oh my, okay.
He still lives.
He still lives? Okay, you
What the?
Mega Man, you must go after him. We don't know who he is, and it's dangerous to leave him alone.
Yes, sir! Let's go, Rush!
Oh, there's a gameplay here. Yeah, I guess we're not going after Robot Masters. We're going after him. That makes sense. What power? I've got to go after it. What power? Did he just stutter his line? And yeah, they did go with that take. We must recover the energy immediately, Mega Man. Wonderful. I'm so glad. Can I not get up on that? There's definitely nothing that, well, hold on. Okay, you can use this to go up. Interesting. That makes sense. I'm glad I thought about that and didn't just consider it a weapon. It's also kind of a tool to access things. No, let me back. Well, now everything has returned, but... What's in this spot? Yeah, I figured. Oh, there's another one. How do I get over there? There's these... These were in Grenade Man's stage, but I don't know how to... I probably need something to use those that I don't have. Cause like, what, is Mega Ball gonna help me get over there? Is bombing that gonna help me get over there? No. This is just the intro stage music again. Well, I suppose freeze is probably the more effective here. There's a loud notification that I can't really get to right now. Oh, that's a lot of Mets. You can find better voice acting in any abridged series found on YouTube. Absolutely! You can find better voice acting in real-time fan-dubbed games. Okay, what is here? Guts Man. No. You are... Wait, who are you? Is he the one who just escaped? I think so. Don't try to stop me from completing my mission. Yeah! He going straight Super Saiyan. Oh, I'm gonna die here. That's good. I'm glad. Where's real-time fan-dubbed games? Mega Man 8. Please, God, please, God, please, God. I guess I don't need to do all the stuff up there anymore because the stuff up there is just bolts. Ooh. Oh, wait, I didn't even try the thunder one. Is this a grapple? It feels like a grapple. BRB. No. You have to come back immediately, Donovan. Laugh. Laugh. It's funny. Oh, there's another door. Don't try to stun me. Alright. Don't know what a weakness would be on this, and he doesn't have a health bar, so... Get ready! I'm just gonna use the grenade a bunch of times because it appears to hit multiple times. It's actually the Mega Ball. It wants the Mega Ball from me. I mean, he bouncing around like the Mega Ball. Okay, I got him. Feel a strong sense of justice within you. Who are you? I'm not him. Hi, Proto Man. Are you okay? Proto Man. One word. Interesting. Oh. What happened? Who is he? I don't know. That robot was holding back. He didn't fight me with everything he had. I wonder why. He might be connected to Dr. Wily. What? Wily Tower is just ahead from here. That's the new name of Wily. That's the name of Wily's new castle. That robot may be going there. Maybe. I'll be careful. Thanks, Proto Man. Yeah, I figured the other bot, Wily, probably has it somewhere, given that he was like, oh, I have something more powerful than this base. Away. Okay, bye.
That must be it over there.
That's the what over there? Oh, Wily Tower.
See it.
Hi.
Rush. Rush.
Rush fucking dies.
Rush.
Hey, buddy.
I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd make it this far, Mega Man. However,
I'm impressed.
I don't have time to deal with you. Say goodnight.
Okay.
Rush. Rush.
Are you okay?
Who are you?
My name is Duo. I was born with the sole purpose to eliminate the evil energy from this universe.
Sole purpose of what? Eliminating what?
It's coming.
Why is that so loud, but his dialogue was barely audible? I could not hear Duo speak. Well, I'm glad we had that cool boss fight.
Duo, that thing, it's just like the one I gave to Dr. Light.
Yes, this is what you people call evil energy. Based on my studies so far, the one who obtained the original energy must be a being of complete evil. This type of energy absorbs the evil in a person's mind and then multiplies. Judging by the quick rate of its growth, it'll take over the planet with evil energy in a matter of days. We must stop it. I sense the original energy exists in that tower.
Yep.
But the barrier prohibits me from going there. I'll destroy the rest of the evil energy that has spread throughout the Earth. You search and destroy the energy sources for that barrier.
Let's do it! Time to go, Rush!
Why can I hear half the dialogue but not hear the other half? If I turn my volume any higher, the TV audio will be picked up by the mic. This guy speaks too silently. It's like the voice actor was not trying to wake up someone in the house. Okay, so it's not just because my TV volume's low. Like, I could hear everything Light, well, not everything Light said, but I could hear most of what Light said, everything Mega Man said. I could hear Duo's screams from a mile away. I could hear Wily's dialogue, but Duo was like, "My name is Duo. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell." Such lung power. Only someone who voices in Dragon Ball Z and does nothing but scream can pull that off. Is Mega Man's voice actor probably actress in Dragon Ball Z? I haven't been getting Twitch notifications for live channels lately. The fuck is going on? That's annoying. I don't know. I am back. Well, here's the next set. Welcome. Does this swap out the four? Okay. This, turns the globe. So if I go to, I think this on the left here is the intro stage. If I go here to Light, I assume that's
Welcome back!
Welcome back! Jake says if you're still streaming in an hour, he'll join. Okay, I probably will be. I'm gonna go for the next 4. I just want to keep going. Anyway, yeah, this is where you build stuff. New parts have been completed. Bring the bolts to me and I'll give you power-ups. Yeah, that's why I've been late a lot lately. I just haven't been getting notifications for your stream. Well, you can usually count on it being 7. As for a part. Spare extra. I'm not buying extra lives with this. I'm only buying permanent upgrades. Energy balancer. I haven't had any trouble with being low on things, and I doubt I will. Mega Buster will be fired automatically while the energy is being charged. So while I'm shooting it, while I'm charging, it'll still be shooting. I have for Donnie for some reason though. That's odd. Maybe. Do you get notifications on the now live channel on Discord, on my Discord? I want to enable those. I don't know. Climb a ladder faster. What kind of upgrades are these? Shortens time for charge. See, that's an upgrade. Save exact amount of energy required for a special weapon. What? What does that mean? It'll save the exact amount of energy required. Increases the amount of energy or weapon energy you recover. Okay, that's not bad. Spare bodies will be refilled automatically when you exit from a stage. Spare bodies? Is that just lives will be refilled? Sliding will speed up, be careful. If you obtain life energy while your life bar is full, it will be converted to weapon energy. Oh, that's cool. Mega Buster will speed up. Okay, I think the most useful there is Charge Shot will be changed to the piercing laser shot or the powerful arrow shot. Well, those are mutually exclusive. Won't be pushed back. Stage exit. I'm not buying the stage exit. I can just kill myself. On a shit ton of Discord servers, so Discord notifications are a bruh for me. That's fair. That's fair. I think I might go for the automatic shot while I'm charging. My mother's asking for McNeely's email address. Who's that? What? I didn't mean to say a person's name on stream. Fuck. Not that anyone can connect those dots that doesn't already know, but shortens time for charge shot. 3 Megabusters will be fired each. Oh, rapid shot. Okay, I'm gonna go with the auto charge. Right on! Yes, I used them all. I have 6 more. I might as well spend. I don't feel the need to charge faster. My pee-pee. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Excuse me, I'm gonna chill for the night. Thank you for the stream and good night, Cam. Okay, good night, Raymond. Thank you for joining. I might shorten charge shot time. No, I don't have enough bolts for that. Okay, I'm gonna wait for one more bolt then.
Good luck, Mega Man.
Thank you, Roll. Also, the game's still super loud. I increased the volume for the cutscene. Hold on. Ah! I gotta reply to a thing and then we're gonna jump in. Okay. Okay, so these Robot Masters, also no names. So let me let you know. So top left here, this is Astro Man. This is Sword Man. This is Search Man. 2 heads. This is Aquaman. Yeah, he's Aquaman. His name's Aquaman. Anyway, I'm thinking we go for Aqua first. He might be weak to Frost. I feel like that makes sense. And then we'll just like try and figure it out from there. I'm Aquaman, you are not. I've been feeling way more detached from my friends, including you guys lately for some reason. You've probably noticed, but it's only developed very recently and it's frustrating me. Though to be fair, since the river trip with Savannah and other pals in that group, I have not seen any other friends IRL. I haven't seen friends IRL since the protest. So maybe that's it. That might be it. You definitely are seeing people more frequently than I am. Also, hold on. Oh, no, you do swim here. I was like, wait, hold on. This one's acting like normal water, Mega Man water levels. Ass man. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think that was a life. Do I have to enable the parts? What's the, hold on, what? I just used a rush thing. You can use rush in stages, I guess. I didn't even realize there was a separate weapon thing here. How do I enable these? Do I have to enable the shot? Okay, I see. That looks like a wheel. He's a motorcycle! Oh my god! This is very unwieldy here, but this is wonderful. I'm so glad this exists. But I can't do this anymore. I have to do Mega Buster. Rush, I gotta get off. I'm sorry. Oh, I can just swim here. I don't need to do any platforming. But I often just ignore. Wait, do you guys also feel as detached and not as talkative? Like when I'm in the voice, there were spikes on the left, and then I looked down and I didn't notice them. I often just ignore text sent to me for no good reason, and I've only been doing it lately. I kind of just get into moods where I just do that anyway. So that's just sort of how I am. Yeah, I get that mood very frequently, but that's not a quarantine thing. That's a very easily socially exhausted thing, including texts. Like if I get a bunch of texts in a row, and I'm already talking to someone, I almost certainly will not like immediately talk to someone else. Kind of the opposite. I hop on anytime someone says anything to me, but y'all can tell when I wake up because I suddenly reply to everything at once. Yeah, I almost always give some time before, like I wake up and I wait to respond to things, like consciously. Pissington. This whole auto charge shot is frightening. Hard to get used to. Yeah, that's another thing. What is? Like waiting to respond in the morning, or? People are way more talkative over text, so if I'm already talking with someone or I'm already on stream, I forget to respond to them for like hours. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm someone who doesn't text more than... I only text you people and then one other human, and that's it! Part of it is I get like constant social interaction with my brother, who I like. Okay, this is a boss. Interesting. Ah!
Ready.
Yeah, this auto shot is very disorienting. I'll get used to it, I'm sure, but I'm definitely not used to it. Ah! I assume you can't die from falling here. This seems to be just an infinite drop until die. Can I one more hit and I'm dead. So this is scaring me. Fuck. That's a hard boss. There's Tool Boys, Spelunking, Jay Cristino's group, Ben Grant's group, my Hearts of Iron 4 mod coworkers, people on my political debate server. I feel like I'm being suffocated sometimes. At least temporarily, I would just like minimize that to the best of your ability. Like, I don't know, disconnect. Because, like, honestly, like, if you feel like you're being suffocated, even in an environment where, like, you aren't seeing people regularly, I honestly just, if you don't want to respond, don't feel bad about it. Just don't until, like, you give yourself the time to specifically do so. Like, when I don't respond to things, it's not a negative thing. It's not a feeling I dislike. It is a thing I consciously do because, like, I need the time to disconnect. Oh, I thought he went down for a second. He did a vaguely explodey thing, but he was just destroying something. This is a very disorienting boss. But I'm also the kind of, like, introverted person who, like, if I'm asked to do any social obligation, my gut reaction is almost always, I don't want to do that, and then I actually do it, and it's fine. Like, virtually every voice chat we do, like, even though it's scheduled and I know exactly when it's gonna happen, and, like, I like these pals, there's always a brief instant of, I don't want to talk right now, and then I do it and I'm fine. That's just how I am. You want to go see a movie? I don't feel like it. You will feel like it by the time you see the people. Don't say no because your gut reaction is it's exhausting to talk to people. That's how I be. I have to convince myself to do social things constantly. Yup, was that to what I said or what Donnie said? Ah, no! Oh, okay, yeah, the whole people are doing social media a lot more. That's definitely, yeah, that definitely is a part of it. That is it. Not a part, that is it. Everyone's being confined to social media for interaction. They're texting way more often than usual. I would definitely do what Cam says and not feel bad about intentionally disconnecting for your own sake. Yeah, like, I just do that anyway, and it keeps me from getting too exhausted with people. Because I get exhausted very quickly, not because of people, but because, not because of the people, just talking to any person is exhausting to me in some way or another. Like, this is kind of relevant to a talk we had a little earlier on the stream between me and Jake, where he was like, wait, this isn't you playing a game for leisure? Because I said, like, there was a difference between playing a game on stream versus, like, playing a game for leisure. And he was like, this isn't your leisure time? And I'm like, no, this is my social time to a degree. Sitting and playing a game in silence is relaxing. This isn't relaxing. This is fun, but I have to be alert and constantly talking and thinking of things to say. It's a completely different thing. And I just hadn't considered that, like, saying something like that, wait, that doesn't immediately register with some people? I'm just not a social butterfly, and, like, talking in general is just exhausting for me, so no, this isn't my leisure time. This is a different sort of fun time. And I had to explain that, and it was like, yeah, I guess not everyone's like that. I'm gonna pause because I gotta scroll up. Aside from voice chats with you, my only interactions after school were people on Discord. Yeah. And that was if I didn't do my share of talking with them already in a class where I had no friends, in, like, Charles' class. Yeah. It's definitely been rough for me because I realized during the pandemic that I'm technically introverted in that I get my energy from talking to people, extroverted, in that I get my energy from talking to people and interacting, even though I get really bad social anxiety. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm just a straight introvert. Like, I get social anxiety, but that's not what makes me an introvert. It's just the fact that, like, I have a small social battery. It needs recharging constantly. There's kind of a reason I'm usually the first to log off of the Discord calls. Mood. Both of you, by the way, for mood. I had another follow-up thing. What was it? Yeah, like, I talked to spelunking people, and I talked to one other friend, and that one other friend, we basically send, like, 2 texts every 2 hours. I think we're both the same way in that regard. And, like, we don't apologize usually for it or anything. That's just, like, a fact of our friendship is, yeah, we don't like texting that much. Like, we like texting. It's just exhausting to be constantly interacting with people and to be, like, there's a reason I don't use Snapchat, is that the whole point of Snapchat is, like, the instantaneous element of it. And, I don't like that. I don't like being, like, I hate that the other person knows that I'm typing. I hate, being expected to respond instantly. Like, the whole idea of Snapchat, the whole appeal of it is, like, the antithesis of how I approach social interaction. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, like, I don't mind read receipts generally, but sometimes I even hate read receipts. I'm like, oh, they know I read that, and I'm expected to respond as soon as I read that, even though I might need time to formulate a response, or know if I have the energy for this particular interaction. This upcoming beach trip will be... What beach trip? I'm not going. Will be good for us unless we all get COVID and die a horrible death. Although my sister had it and I haven't gotten it from her, so I think I might be good personally. Like, how much did you interact with her while she had it? Like, is that a... I may have gotten it and didn't display symptoms kind of thing? Or like, I might be good personally. Didn't you also say your asthma was worse than hers?
Ready.
I didn't interact while she had it. Okay. But like... I actually don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would be you're on the cautious side in your case. But, you do you. I would probably be fine if I got it, and yet here I am not going on the beach trip. But that's more of a, I have a big family that I would be bringing it to. And that big family's about to open up a bar. God. My family's about to open up a business that I don't think should be open in the first place. I know they're doing it out of financial necessity, but it's stressing me out, dear God. And I'm about to be working there. Only on a weekly basis, but I'm about to be working there. Realizing part of why I want to still be in a relationship so much is that because that moment is when I'm truly, at least when I was with Rowan, not stressing out, if that makes sense. That does make sense, yeah. But you know English, Pia fuck. How many times am I gonna fight this boss? What am I doing wrong? What did you drop? What is that? Is that an item? Is that a rush item? Rush Marine, please. That is a rush item. What is that? That's a box. He drops items for me. Well, that's definitely a once per stage type thing. I think I read that, is that a lot of the rush abilities here are once per stage. Okay, let me say this now once and for all. The only time I specifically wanted y'all to reply really quickly was yesterday when I was asking about Streamlabs because I thought it would take a while to download and set up. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Yeah, I'm not, it's not like, oh, I think people expect me to respond quickly. It's just kind of the nature of messaging is like, that's kind of the... A lot of people treat it that way, and even if you're, like, interacting with someone who doesn't treat it that way, like, it still feels like there's that expectation. But thank you for the reassurance. How do I break this? Why am I hitting the... Okay, well that doesn't blow it up, otherwise that would have blown it up there. Actually, it looked like the sprite changed. Am I an idiot, or? No, I don't know how to break that. Okay, well. Which reminds me, I need to actually stream so I can tweak my widgets. Fair. No one was here when the stream started. Well, actually, Donnie, I think you were here. Did you notice that I added... This is just a completely off-topic thing you just reminded me of. I'm starting... I think I'm going to start playing music during the soon screen again. Just because... I've always thought it was a teensy bit awkward that it was just like... a blank screen. With no audio. So I figured I'd change that. You can't charge up and use this on Sniper Joe. Because of the auto shoot, which is fine, but I joined right as it transitioned. Okay, that's fair. Feel especially bad with Twitter and Spelunking because there's no notifications I can enable for Discord and none I know of for Twitter. Really? Like, none at all? I assumed you meant you keep your notifications off for Discord because of so many servers. Can't you enable like server specific notifications? Or is everything just a bro moment? I fell through those spikes, which I appreciate immensely. This whole area is a massive bruh moment. Okay, I'm out. That's what I meant for Discord. Is that, like, you have so many that you keep them off. I think you can enable server-specific ones. You might have to, like, enable global notifications and then disable notifications for everything except Spelunking, but message constantly, yeah. Yeah. That's part of why I just don't do a lot of Discord. It'd bury everything else. Well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can do server-specific ones. Like, I'm on the Streamlabs Discord just for tech support, but that's muted while I do get notifications for Spelunking. That sounds like something you can fix. I might be wrong. There might be weird things with your phone or something, but... And Twitter, I can't imagine why you don't get DM notifications. That's a weird one. Turned on Twitter notifications to see if that'll be too many or not. I imagine you probably get less notifications than I do. I only get, like, I get notifications for everything, and it's definitely not overpowering or anything. Why is Aquaman a baby? Also, how long did it take me to get here? This was a difficult stage. It's been 2.5 hours and I haven't beaten the first Robot Master of this cycle. Anyway, Ice Wave is not effective against him. That's fine. Aquaman's a gay baby. Water cannon. Water balloon. The auto shoot makes it harder to do a normal charge shot, I think. I think I'm gonna turn that off for this fight, actually. Well, I don't know if I have anything that he's weak to. I don't know if any of them have a weakness from the other loop in this one. You can call me handsome guy. Yeah, he's a gay baby. Okay, this definitely seems doable with the Buster. It's just kind of difficult. How was I supposed to dodge that? Well, gotta redo half the stage, that's fine. Go to the piss gulag. What's the piss gulag?
Shoot me in the head.
I shan't. It's not my style. Hey, remember when Mega Man, the child who is voiced by a child in this game, said, "I'm gonna do what I should have done years ago. I'm gonna die, die, Wily, die, Wily." Remember that in Mega Man 7? Wasn't that cool? Can you imagine this voice actor for Mega Man saying, "Die, Wily. Die, Wily." Oh, there's a bolt. Cool. Anything to fill? No. Okay, how close was this to the end? Okay, we got a few more things. Okay, this latter half isn't actually that difficult, I don't think. Die, Wily, die, Wily, die, Wily. I think we could just accept the American translation of Mega Man 7 as non-canon. I don't think he tries to shoot Wily in 7. As far as I'm aware. Sure would be wild if he did. Okay, well now I have 3 chances on this, I believe. Handsome guy! Friday night. I don't know what he's saying. This is going decently, I think, but yeah, I actually have like 1 hit left. I have 1 hit left. That's what that is. Yeah, if I had run to the left more quickly, that would have been a success. Okay, freeze isn't his weakness by any means, but it's proving pretty effective. Just to travel along the ground and hit him occasionally. Let's try bomb though.
But you can call me handsome guy.
Ah! Okay, this is going a lot better. Just spam the blast forever. I think it just does the same, like, I think it does 2 damage. Yeah. Down he goes. Okay. Good. Okay, my internet's being fucky right now. Oh. Is the stream coming through fine for you, Donnie? I hope so, because it's fine on my end. Not to override the social battery discussion we had, but we should play vagina games. Vagina games. What am I going for next? Aqua 2, I'm not sure. Search, sword? Well, okay, search, seems to have like a forest aesthetic. I don't know what would be weak to water. Why is Astro Man like flower themed? Is that supposed to be otherworldly? I think I'm gonna go for Search Man next. Maybe there's like a ground rock theme going on here.
Ready.
Okay, yeah, maybe there's a rock theme here and water erode rock. I don't know. So let's see if I'm right. Do I grapple onto that? Yes. Okay. And that makes this way easier, I suppose. The Friday night thing, Aquaman. Oh, no, it doesn't make it way easier. It expects you to have this because it's in the previous loop. Okay. Or I guess you could just fall, like I did. Friday night thing Aquaman says is just I. If you can't tell, it was bothering me too. Thank you. I appreciate the dedication. This is hectic. Power jump! There's a lot of these floating spikes. Hoo. Hey, he throws spikes and they don't kill me instantly, because that would be a terrible enemy if it did that. Didn't kill me instantly. Those probably will. By the way, there's very little I'm disliking about the game at this point. I think at this point in 7, I was like, okay, I'm warming up to it, but there's still glaring flaws. There really aren't that many glaring flaws here. What have I not liked so far? I still, like, don't love conceptually the idea of only 4 robot masters, at a time. Like, that's just annoying. But, like, the level designs are neat. The boss fights have all been cool. The cutscenes are stupid, but I don't think they drag the game down. I really don't have anything that's like, this is a bad Mega Man game. Like, there's none of that. Ah, okay, I see. Well, I took damage, but I finally got through that. I didn't have time to go to transition. Blah, 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 blah. Mother interruption. Okay, I don't know the point of being down here. Okay. Power jump! Power shot. He doesn't narrate when he jumps, thank God. He does have a voice clip, but he doesn't like jump, jump. He doesn't do that, thank God. Okay, that's the continue point, which is good because I'm nearly out of lives. Kill blue guts man, kill pink guts man. There's lots of guts mans here. There was no reason for that. I just wanted to. Mega Ball is fun, okay? Okay, there's nothing for it to ricochet off of. Hold on. Idea. Nope, that's not how I was gonna say that's not how physics works. That actually works out. Okay, cool. There's also just like, it's a lot easier to kill enemies in an interesting way. In this one, because like, sure, you could swap abilities with the shoulder buttons in 7, but there was no icon telling you what the ability was. It was just the typical color coding for the bar. Here, you can very easily tell what the things are. You can very easily tell what the item is. So you can swap with much more ease than in 7. In 7, I just used the pause menu. Here, I've barely used the pause menu at all. The icons help a lot. And, being able to use your, I already said this, but being able to use the Mega Buster while equipped with another thing, just like, I feel like is better at incentivizing you to use the weapons in levels. That's just cool. That's just cool. I like being able to use these in levels without fear of, like, being punished for experimenting or anything. However, oh my god. It is a little lame that, your weapons refill when you die. Like, there was a legitimate fear in, earlier Mega Man games that you would run out of a weapon before reaching the boss, and then that would be a problem, and you'd have to conserve your energy. Here, you don't have to conserve your energy. You can use everything willy-nilly because, like, whatever. But also, at the same time, the fact that your energy comes back is also an incentive to experiment with weapons outside of the bosses. It's like a trade-off. One that I think makes sense. Also, it's apparently the Steam Summer Sale. Oh, I guess I should look at my wish list. It's not a lot of, I mean, it is Halo on sale. But also, I realized earlier this week, I don't want to spend more money till I can work again, because I spent like $250 in the last like week on duplicate games and cases, which means I only have a couple games left to get, and then my collection will like be technically complete. But no, that's hard. That is hard. I don't know how much money it was. I counted it up. I don't think it's 250. It was more like 200. But I've spent a lot of money on cases and games in the past couple weeks, and I don't know that I need to be buying more games right now. At least not until the job is properly lined up. But do tell me if Halo's on sale, because that I do want. Oh, thank God, I got through. On my last life, of course. Oh, please don't knock me into the spikes. Okay, it did, but I'm fine. Hi, oh. This one's very focused on grappling. Okay. These stages are noticeably harder than the first 4. which isn't bad. It's not a complaint, just maybe I shouldn't have committed to taking on the next 4. Oh god, okay. The other thing about swapping weapons in 7 was that the other thing about swapping weapons with the shoulder buttons in 7 is that since you couldn't use the Mega Buster while having another thing equipped, that means that if you to swap with the shoulder buttons means that you're sacrificing an attack for like precious seconds until you like use the shoulder buttons to swap all the way back to what you wanted to be using. There's just a brief moment where you just can't attack, whereas here you can be swapping weapons while continuing to attack, which is really nice. It's $31.99 now instead of $40, but you get a free $5 off of all purchases on Steam at or over 30, so it's $27. Oh. How long is that lasting? Do you know? I assume they've given dates. Because I might take advantage of that. No! Okay, there was a bolt that I thought would be easy to get. I thought I could kill these with just a charge. I guess not. Ends July 9th. Okay. Yeah, that health was necessary. I needed that. This was very treacherous. Very hard. There are elements that I think might be babying the player a little too much, like it fills all your weapons, all of them, before every boss. Which, I don't know. Hi, Search Man. God, that's not... What did he say? That's not the voice I was expecting from this boy. So we got 2 military robot masters, I suppose.
Ready.
Why do I keep doing that? What should I be using? Water balloon, that's right. I came in hoping he'd be weak to Aqua. I don't see any reason he'd be weak to Aqua. But I don't see any reason any of them would be weak to anything.
Ready? Yeah, let's go.
Oh, it's both of them talking to each other.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. He's not weak to this.
Shoot, fire. Shoot, fire.
Ouch.
Shoot, fire.
Deadass saying ouch. Well, this is effective, certainly. Okay, I don't know if I'll win this attempt, but there's a good chance that I'll be able to beat him with just the weapons I have. This also has a really good selection of weapons, I think. Like, a lot of them feel useful. Tornado is really useful for these bosses. Just because it covers the whole screen top to bottom. I guess there's an argument to be made for the, this Robot Master's just the Nook twins. I guess there's an argument to be made that the game might be a little too easy. If I beat this, this will be the second Robot Master I beat without its weakness.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. One takes orders from the other? You're attached to the same body and one of you takes orders? And all the, I think they're, for the most part, like, fairly designed. Like, I really like the dynamics of most of these fights. I'm very close to, like, putting this in my, at least top 5. Like, that was even without the weakness, that was a good, interesting, fair fight. Suppose that means finding out the weaknesses isn't necessarily that important. And also the 2 that I beat without their weakness, I'm pretty sure I did with Tornado. Because maybe Tornado's just cheap, I don't know. I got Homing Sniper. So, since there are only 2 left, I have to have one of their weaknesses. It's either the sniper or the water balloon. So it doesn't really matter what I go to next. Let's leave Astro Man for last because apparently his stage is insanely difficult, from what I hear. Swordman. He's probably weak to sniping. Actually, Astro Man might be. Little flying UFO. I have 1 life, so if I die here, then we start over. Oh, okay, you have to shoot that lever a certain amount of times. Okay, it's one of these advancing wall of death things. Interesting. We still got we got lots of thunder grappling hooks, it seems. Okay, I like this so far. No, I jumped. If I didn't jump, I'd have been fine. Okay. Well, I got a bolt. That's something. I like how I bought that upgrade from the shop and like I'm not using it. Scared him away, didn't I? He's gone. Your fault. So these each teleport me somewhere, I guess. Is this like a thing? Is this like a challenge thing where I have to complete all of them to progress? Or are they all different like paths? Come on, line up. Go back to kindergarten, line up. What do you want from me? Oh, I see. The first shot launches it. The second one, like, stops it. So I think I have to... I don't know what to do here. Clearly I have to line it up there. I just don't know how to go about that. This is very difficult. And I can't move it with my body. I can only shoot it. It's always misaligned by like, that's like 1 pixel there. That's not lined up. Are you kidding me? Okay, this is bad. This I really don't like. Oh! Oh! It needed it physically connected. Never mind, that's fine. I was just being a stupid. I apologize. If you knew that and I didn't, I'm sorry. Oh god, of course I had 1 hit left. Well, this is certainly a stage. We'll do the first way I did. I seem to be doing well on that. Yeah, this one. The super fast-paced one versus the super slow-paced puzzly one. This stage has it all. This stage music has shades of the level of the get equipped theme from when you get a weapon in Mega Man 3. The okay. Each of those opens up one of those gates. Okay. Yeah, this one only worked because it was already lined up. Okay, that makes sense. And these are here to constantly spawn weapon capsules for you. That's what that's for. There we go. Okay, now that I get it, it's easy. I'm sorry for wasting time in that room for 4 seconds because this is done. 4 seconds. 4 seconds, the man says. That bolt wasn't hidden. Did you think that was hidden? Okay, that does light up the room a little. I was gonna use thunder to see if it did that, but no. This kind of lights up the room. Interesting. That's why it gives you the enemies here. What in God? Push them all? That opened it? I didn't have to push them in a certain order, right? I just had to push them? Okay. I don't know what the deal there was. Just push 3 buttons. Oh, that's instant death, or I had 1 hit left, I'm not sure. Well, let's try and get through this without dying, because I assume the continue point's probably going to be right after this set of 4 gates. What do you want from me, game? This looks difficult, doesn't it? Freeze them? Yeah! All right. This one's testing most of your abilities. No! Okay, we'll go for that one first on this run because that one looks like it's probably gonna be the hardest just because of the instant death. God, okay. I'm back, I love you. Hi, Jake, how you doing? Welcome back. We're at the 6th Robot Master of 8, I believe. No, 7th. 7th. Yeah, we got 2 left. So 2 more boss fights and I think that'll be it for the stream. Because we're already at the 3-hour mark! These games go fast. They do, yeah. The early ones are on the NES, so they're definitely designed for single sitting playthroughs. This one, not so much, but still short. Part of the appeal of Mega Man, I think. I have to, like, freeze all of them. Ooh. Okay, that one was a little rough. Slap together a... Donnie, do lobsters rub their cocks together? Is that the... What? What? Is that the meme? Fuck me, fuck me. Slap together a sandwich for yourself. What are you fellas on about? Well, there's one of these left. Well, that I haven't gone through. Wait, I did go through this one. Oh, I went through all of them. I was on the last one when I died. I just have to redo them because blah, blah, blah. Wait, why didn't it work this time? Okay, last time, for context, I just jumped on all 3 of these in a row. And then that was fine. That was what the game wanted. Now, I don't know what to do. I am very unsure. Oh, you need the light to see the tiles in the background here. This is actually puzzly. Okay, the last one is yellow. Second one's red, which means the first one's green. Then why did I get green, red, yellow? Yeah, how did I get through that the first time? The first time the door just opened and I went 1, 2, 3. I don't think I accidentally pushed any of the buttons. Whatever, it worked. I'm fine with it. I'm gonna download a porn video, replace all the moans and voice lines with Cameron either exclaiming something or just repeating the fucking chat. I don't like that. Okay. I think the shaking, there's a constant shaking effect in these rooms and you can't see it because 60 FPS versus 30 FPS, it's every other frame. Yeah, looking at the capture, I don't think you can see that shaking effect, am I wrong? There was a constant shaking effect in that room. Where it was just... I'm gonna download a porn video. I'm gonna down the porn roar. Porn roar. Yeah, I've done all these already. That's why I'm zooming through them so quickly. There we go. Now I get it. I really like the idea of having to use the Robot Master abilities in like stage puzzles. And I guess that's something that's not necessarily like possible if you don't do a whole, if you don't split the Robot Masters into sets. Because if you just give the player access to all 8 at once, that means that like there's the expectation that you are able to beat all 8 of them with no items. Any one of these could possibly be your first level. Whereas here, since it splits them into sets, the second 4 can utilize things you get in the first 4, which, even if I prefer the 8 Robot Master setup, it's interesting. I do like it for different reasons. I feel like this is certainly the most unique Mega Man game. Like, this one definitely doesn't blend in with the others for many reasons. Lots and lots of things that make it different. Ready. Okay, I don't know about this boss though. Okay, that seems to be doing lots of damage. Oh, that one's helpful because I don't have to, oh my god. Okay, just take the floor out from under me. I guess that's what the hammer was. The hammer did that, and I saw the hammer ahead of time. I just didn't know that it would be just do that. Well, I don't want to die here because then I have to redo all the puzzles. Oh, I don't have the thing equipped. Yeah. Oh, that also keeps it from attacking further, it looks like. Like, yeah, it only gets 2 shots out, whereas earlier it got lots more. Well, now I have to do this on 3 tiny platforms. Very difficult. The hammer boy's still... That I wasn't expecting! Alright, game. Alright. Time to redo all the redo all the puzzles. This is probably the longest first section of any of the levels. I assume this has a second section like all the others. Thank God I know I have one of his weaknesses. Since I only have 2 left and I did kill Searchman with the Mega Buster. Well, I didn't. I just didn't use what his actual weakness was. This means I definitely have this one's weakness, no matter what it is. I know that it's either the Aquaman's weapon or Searchman's weapon. Oh yeah, Jake, one of the Robot Master's name is Aquaman. He's just called Aquaman. Just casually called Aquaman. I kind of love that. I assume that's probably because Aquaman, like DC Aquaman, probably wasn't a big character in Japan. So naming a character Aquaman is normal and fine. Like how Star Fox had to be called Lilat Wars in Europe because like there was a Star Fox character or band or something that already held the copyright and was already well known. So calling the game Star Fox would have been weird. But in America, in Japan, Star Fox, like, what the fuck is that? This is a spacefaring fox. That's not an already real thing. Okay, we're out of this. Pete Buttigieg eating cinnamon roll. Who will he kill in the line of duty? Pitbull moment. What's Pitbull moment? Is there an Aquaman Pitbull thing I didn't know? Oh, the order changes every time. That's why. Okay, that's interesting. It makes you have to engage with the puzzle every time. Yellow, red, green. Okay. So the first time I came through, it just happened to be... it just happened to be the order that the buttons already were in. That's yellow, red, green, right? Or is it red, yellow, green? I don't know. Pitbull did the sound. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no clue that was a thing. Yeah, it's bad. He redid Toto by Africa, but rapped. Oh, God. That sounds terrible. That sounds uniquely awful. Really? I guess the fire puts out the ice. Which doesn't make sense because the ice is used to freeze the fire thing back there. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, puzzles through. Let's beat the boss this time, please. Britain be like, fox hunting. Thank you. Okay, what was I using? I was using the bomb. I was using the grenade from Grenade Man. I like how Search Man's thing is he uses he snipes you with like a reticle and everything. Like the Robot Master themes here are very fun. I like them a lot. Oh, is he down? Cool, before this boy even hammered down a platform. That's what killed me last time. Okay, continue point. Cool, and didn't lose any lives there either. Very good. Ready. Oh, gee willikers. What do you want from me, game? You want me to... Okay. This is gonna be wild. Oh, now the hammer boy with an eye, he has an eye, is like a stage hazard. Interesting. Not just a boss thing. But he just follows you, so it doesn't seem to matter that much. I say, ooh. All right. All right. I assume this weird platformy thing is probably gonna come back later. Oh my god. Yeah, just stand next to it. Shoot me up. Come for this. The knockback there is bad and scary. Thankfully, if I get a game over here, I'm at the continue point, so it's fine. Take me up. Why, mate, you've been fox hunting lately? I don't know what compelled me to do that. Oh, the bat actually bites you and sucks your health out. It's not like just a one and done hit. Interesting. That's very different. That's very different. That's just Shade Man from 7 as an enemy instead of a boss. Okay, cool. This is the farthest I've been. I was expecting this to come back. Oh, now these are much more of a hazard because they can shoot you up into spikes. Is that the last of them, or is there more? The Last of Them Part 2. Should probably mute the phrase The Last of Us 2 on Twitter. Not because I care about The Last of Us or have any connection to the franchise, but just because, like, for a while, my Twitter feed has just been, like, discourse on whether or not The Last of Us is actually good. Okay, so this will be either week 2, Aqua, or, oh, this is Swordman stage. It will either be week to Aqua or sniping, and given that it's a fire-themed stage, probably week to Aqua. Bitch, I thought it was 10 out of 10 material. No, I'm getting mixed. I'm getting mixed things in my timeline. Oh, I wasn't using the thing properly. I was not expecting, wait, did he not take extra damage from the water bubble, even though he's explicitly using fire attacks on me? Okay, he's going, whoa, when he gets hit by him. Dylan loved it, and I trust his judgment law. Dylan's Instagram story has been swinging wildly between this is amazing 10 out of 10 perfect sequel to actually I have mixed feelings about this. I'm not gonna put out an actual review like I planned to. I'm just gonna like say basic thoughts without saying this is a great game and you should play it. Like apparently he was initially this is amazing, and then it became I'm not sure about it. I know that there's a apparently there's a trans character in the game, and people have taken issue with that, not because there's a trans character in the game, but because the trans character is just a plot point, and they exist only to, like, be pain. Like, apparently there's nothing to their character beyond, like, the negativity they experience. And I don't know anything about the plot, so I can't weigh in on the plot. I just know the things I've seen, and I know the one thing that there has been, like, legit criticism of. But apparently there's also, it's like The Last Jedi, where people are, like, putting out petitions to say, you should remake this story because it was bad. Which is stupid, no matter what the thing is. Because that just reeks of, this isn't exactly what I wanted it to be, and therefore it's bad. What was the other thing? There's another thing. And apparently there's, like, gamer types mad that there's, like, a trans character in it at all. But I don't know anything about The Last of Us 1, so I don't know. Isn't it a PlayStation exclusive? I think that's basically the only reason I haven't played it beyond, like, that stereotypical, oh, I just haven't bought it. Okay, that time worked. What? The platform got crushed? Didn't expect that to be a thing that could happen. All right. Thought if I didn't get crushed, the platform would be fine. What did Dylan love? Last of Us 2? Yeah. And then I followed that up with, well, his Instagram stories tell me he had mixed feelings after the fact. One of those, like, instant, oh, this is amazing and everything I ever wanted, and then when you actually put some thought into it, it's like, wait, I'm not actually so sure about that for some reasons. Of course, I don't know, like, what those misgivings are, or, like, it might be more of a, I loved it, but I don't know if I can recommend it as, like, an objectively good experience. Oh my god, that was near death. Okay, yeah, I think this wants you to wait just to see what it's like, and then once the towers are down, zoom. Get all the way to the right so that... Come, move! Am I not technically on the lava anymore? This part's clunky. This part is clunky as hell. There we go. Dear God, I made it through that the first try earlier. I'm trying to think of some things that, like, I loved at first that, like, on further judgment is like, I'm not totally sure. I guess Avengers Endgame is one of those. Like, it's consistently a fun watching experience, but it has nothing to say, and it's basically just fan service the movie and nothing else. Like, of course it was always gonna be fan service the movie, but I was hoping for a little more also. The way they concluded Captain America's arc was dumb, specifically because he already had a relationship in in the last Captain America sequel that they just completely forgot about in Endgame. Jesus, this is hard. But this is definitely his weakness. He's taking extra damage from it, and it's, like, visibly cooling him off, which is funny. My relationship with Emma, ouch. And of course, Infinity War is one of those, I don't know how good that is, because, like, it gets suspense right, it gets so many things right, but then, like, the villain's motivation is really stupid, and they never do anything to confront why it's actually bad. Far From Home was another. Far From Home, actually, you know what, now that I think about it, is probably the most egregious one out of the Marvel movies. It's like, oh, let's not even think slightly about the implications of the things that are in the movie. Good movie, bad themes. Yeah, did you know that having, spy drones that can spy on literally everyone is perfectly okay as long as those spy drones are in the right hands? Did you know that? The 16-year-old can be trusted with them, so that means they are okay. They are a thing that is fine to exist. Okay, he's down. Cool. What did he say? I heard the word sucks in there. What's wrong with that? Can explain? You can spoil, I don't care. What the meaning of the movie. If anyone anyone watching hasn't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, mute yourself for a smidge. Or go away for a smidge. I don't know, whatever. We're gonna talk spoilers. Spider-Man Far From Home, I actually don't know if we're even gonna talk spoilers. Spider-Man Far From Home features Tony Stark gifting Spider-Man, a 16-year-old boy, his fleet of spy drones and glasses that can, like, extract information on literally every single person on the planet from this database that he has created. And the movie ultimately says the bad guy gets a hold of them, and that's a really bad thing. And then the movie basically ultimately says, okay, these are fine to exist because we can trust Spider-Man. Like, the bad guy gets a hold of them, and that's bad, but they don't engage with the fact that that's bad beyond, well, it's because he's a bad guy. There's, like, absolutely no exploration of the actual potentially interesting things it sets up about, like, mass surveillance. Whole time I was thinking of Homecoming, the high school one. Oh, that I also have problems with, but not because its themes are bad, just because it doesn't explore those themes. That's the one where Vulture is a working class hero who's put out of work because billionaire Tony Stark puts him out of work by contracting with the government. And Vulture was like a member of a cleanup crew in the aftermath of the big battle of the Avengers. Like, they put normal construction workers on that, and he was on that. And Tony Stark comes in and says, no, I'm taking it over, and I'm going to be working with the government on this. So Vulture's put out of work. And that's why he becomes bad and turns to crime, is because he's out of a job, and Tony Stark is the specific cause of him being put out of a job. Does the movie do anything with that? Interesting idea? No, the movie says Vulture's bad because he's violent. It sets up an interesting thing and gives Vulture understandable motivations, and then settles on, well, he was violent, so he's a bad person. It doesn't do anything with them. So that's a thing. Homecoming had potential to be good. I mean, Homecoming's good. I like Homecoming. It just had potential to be much better than it was, because it set up, like, actual, like, class-related things about, hey, did you know crime happens because people are desperate? This crime happened because the boy was put out of a job by the supposed good guy. Oh, but he killed people, so that's what makes him bad. His motivations, perfectly valid. We're not gonna do anything with them. And that goes right along with, that's kind of similar to, Infinity War's problem, where, like, oh, Thanos is about overpopulation, but are we going to say anything about why Thanos is wrong? Because Thanos' overpopulation things are wrong. They're not, oh, he has a point, but he's doing it bad. They're literally wrong, and the movie doesn't say that. It treats the overpopulation argument as if it's perfectly valid and 100% accurate. To the point where, to this day, my father will occasionally be like, Thanos' plan made sense, he was just evil. Like, straight up says that, and I have to every time reiterate, no, there are enough resources on the planet to feed all of people. They're just in the wrong spots. Not that I'm expecting, like, deep thematic exploration in all of these movies, because not every movie has to be that. But if you set up the themes in the first place, you have to be willing to explore them. Also, this level is confusing. I don't know what I'm doing here. There's these gates that you have to control and like toggle on and off, but I don't know what I'm doing with them, and it feels like I've just been like repeating myself over and over, which I think I have been. Have I been? What does this do? Okay, that goes up and down. That looks like it needs to be down. Oh god. Anyone else have Marvel complaints? I guess that's what we're on now. Like, Homecoming starts out with setting up the class struggles theme, and then it does the Spider-Man thing of, no, it's actually all about Peter and nobody else. Which is fine if you start on that, but they started on Vulture. The other thing is, like, those kinds of themes would be perfect for a Spider-Man story. Like, Spider-Man's always been, like, the working class superhero that, like, represents, like, the heart of New York City. Like, they have that going on. Like, that's a big part of the climax of Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 is, like, all about Peter's, like, struggles leading to him losing his Spider-Man powers. Like, Spider-Man 2 explicitly, like, talks about Peter's, like, financial struggles and things like that. Like, that kind of class struggle thing would be perfect for a Spider-Man movie. And then they do nothing about it. Nothing with the themes they set up. Also, I'm up here. This is where I think I wanted to be. Yeah, I have one. I don't know where to start. It's overwhelming. Go right ahead. We've been talking Marvel things, and I'm playing a Mega Man game that is impossible to understand for people who aren't already in on it. Feel free to do all the explaining you need. Homecoming could have been pulled off really well if it was a cautionary tale about your idols. Like how Tony Stark is shit. Like how Tony Stark's just terrible. Yeah, that could have been done really well, and Far From Home could have continued that while utilizing the same subject matter. Oh no, I have to, oh my god. Tony Stark more like Elon Musk. Elon Musk was in Iron Man 2. He just straight up was in Iron Man 2. So this is why this stage needed a walkthrough of its own in a guide I looked up earlier. I looked up a guide earlier just to see if I needed if I needed to like keep an eye out for secret items or anything like that. I looked up one of those just to see. And there was a separate section. This was not a full game walkthrough. It was just like, here are the basics of the game. There are items in these stages. Go get them. Oh, that was a teleporter? Okay, I've made it. But there was a whole extra section that was like, frequently asked questions. How do I beat Astro Man's stage? That was a joke. Yeah, no, Elon Musk has a cameo in Iron Man 2. It's really great. I mean, Iron Man at its core is, like, definitely a bit... Hey, aren't smart rich people just amazing? Aren't they just great? And it's forgiven because, like, it does a lot of character, like, examination of Tony's flaws and everything. But in a lot of cases, it just comes out on his side, even though he's clearly on the wrong side of things. Like... Iron Man, Tony Stark is the cause of the conflict in Age of Ultron because he builds a like all-knowing, all-omnipresent robot to protect the entire Earth, like the whole sacrificing freedom for safeties sort of thing. Like, that's the point of that movie. And ultimately, like, since Ultron's the villain, and since he's, like, you know, chastised by his teammates and everything, Tony is proven wrong in that movie. And then Endgame happens, and, you know, because of the nature of the universe, like, every superhero story, like, the next one has to have a bigger threat than the one before it. When Thanos shows up, Iron Man does this whole, like, I told you so sort of thing about Ultron, where he's like, yeah, this is exactly why I did Ultron. And it's on his side. It doesn't confront the fact that, like, hey, maybe the whole mass surveillance, mass security force thing is a wrong thing. Like, even though earlier in the franchise, it says Tony's wrong, later in the franchise, it proves him right. It's very convoluted. It's not as if Homecoming was pulled off badly or was a bad movie. It just didn't think about how it brought up an interesting idea it could have potentially focused on. Yeah, I agree. Homecoming's a good movie. I like it. It's just, it brings up themes and then doesn't bother to explore them. Fuck, the stream skipped ahead. What did you have to say, if anything, about my Homecoming gripes? I don't think I said anything. What was it you said? Peter Parker had an internal struggle about whether it was worth fighting Vulture because he might eventually view Iron Man as a greater evil for being the reason he turned to crime. Yeah, that would have been interesting and would have also, you know, confronted Tony's flaws and his whole authoritarian bent that he very clearly has going on. But then, like, the series basically, even while condemning his authoritarian bent, or in earlier movies, ends up coming out in favor of his authoritarianism. Like, Tony verbatim, like, argues with Captain America at the start of Endgame and is like, I specifically did Ultron to stop someone like Thanos. And then here's the verbatim part. But no, you had to fight for your precious freedoms. Like, he uses the phrase, our precious freedoms. It's really insane. The movies, like, almost all but say, yeah, the Patriot Act, that's a good thing. Because that's the kind of, like security state that it ends up in favor of. Oh my god, it's so easy to fall into the pits here. This is a hard stage. Ooh, that was cutting it very close. Okay, get the bolt, I suppose! Drop, get the bolt. That's not a hard bolt to get. Okay, that's another teleporter. Isn't literally the only movie where they argue explicitly against that The Winter Soldier? Explicitly, yes, I would say so. Also, we teleported into another one of these! Okay, this is not a good stage. I do not like this stage. I will say that much. Good thing it's the last one. Yeah, Winter Soldier is explicitly arguing against, like, surveillance states and their high security states, things like that. Age of Ultron kind of does it implicitly because it's continually, you know, condemning Tony for the whole Ultron idea. And in that manner, Age of Ultron is a pretty good follow-up to Winter Soldier because even though it's less overtly political about it, like, it touches on the same basic sort of things. Ultron is basically the culmination of the mass security thing that S.H.I.E.L.D. was doing in Winter Soldier. Like, Ultron's just that, but more. But then, and hold on. I think it has to do with, no, it doesn't. I was gonna say, I think it has to do with the director, because the Russo brothers directed Endgame, which comes out in favor of Tony's authoritarianism. But they also directed Winter Soldier, which was explicitly against authoritarianism. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. These movies are not well thought out. They are on the continuity side, and I guess that's what matters. But thematically, there's not much cohesion. One movie will say one thing, and the other will say another. It's almost like the studio has complete control, and the directors can go suck it. Possibly. And the studio's not exactly gonna care. What are we saying with this movie? That's not what they're in it for. This is confusing. This is scary and bad, and I looped around. Where am I going? I'm just gonna keep going up as far as I can. This might be, I think I'm just looping around to where I initially teleported. I am. Okay. Just start it over. It would help if I, oh god, if I die, I have to start all this over. Jesus, and I thought Star Wars was disjointed. Well, Star Wars has 9 movies. There are over 20 in that. What was I gonna say? It would really help if, like, I knew which direction I was roughly going in here. But there's a billion teleporters, and I don't know which one I need to be going to. But yeah, no, Star Wars is definitely disjointed because The Last Jedi is like, anyone can be a Jedi. Your strength doesn't come from your genetics. Be who you are. And then The Rise of Skywalker direct sequel is like, no. 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 The Jedi are cool because they have neat genetics. That's what they're for. I almost got crushed. Holy God. Femur breaker. Does this fall in an infinite loop? Yeah, it does. This is an infinite, like, a top-bottom loop. Interesting, but also terrifying. Star Wars can't seem to make up its mind over whether the Force is eugenicsy or not. Because the otherwise super well-written prequels introduce the idea of, oh, actually, the Force comes from blood. And then The Last Jedi explicitly goes back on that. And then The Rise of Skywalker's like, no. No, wait. Rey is cool because she's a Palpatine. Let's not talk about The Rise of Skywalker. Let's not do that. We already did that. For 5 hours. Okay, have I at least made it into a new sector of this? Marvel does seem to have a lot of missed opportunities for shit now that I think about it. Yeah, they bring up neat ideas very often and then don't do anything with them. Let me try and think. Captain Marvel had a weird Zionism thing going on. I do remember that. But that one's pretty explicit in, like, its messaging. I don't think there's missed opportunities there. Like, things they brought up and didn't explore deeply enough. Like, it's a pretty complete metaphor, I think. If you haven't seen Captain Marvel, the Skrulls, well, spoilers up ahead, but just for context, the Skrulls are the villains at first in Captain Marvel, but then it's revealed that they're basically doing everything they're doing because they've been super colonized and destroyed by an imperial power. And the reason that the reason they're doing all the bad is because they're trying to secure a new home for themselves. It's basically Zionist. It is Zionist. But it's pretty explicit about that. Also, we're an Astro Man. I have no lives. I'm about to have to redo all of that. Because God knows I'm not beating this first try. But cool, let's go sniping. Where's the sniper? That's not the sniper, this is the sniper. This is the sniper. I'm tired, but I don't know what to do? Hello, yes, this boy is called Astro Man. He, is he weak to that? Because this is very awkward to use against him. Unless I just spam it. I think he's weak to this, which sucks. Which really sucks. Even this fight's gonna be way harder than all the others. Unfortunately, we gotta redo the level. God. Good night, y'all. Okay, bye, Jake. Good night. Have a sleep. After this stage, this is the last Robot Master. After this stage will be the end of the stream. Didn't expect this to go 4 hours. The streams are just slowly getting longer and longer. Soon we will reclaim the 5-hour glory once again. No! This stage sucks. This stage sucks. Just want to put that out there. This is a bad stage. These platform things aren't the reason it's a bad stage. It's a bad stage. Please, please, please let me onto the platforms. There's also a lot of unavoidable hits you basically have to take. Nope, didn't jump soon enough. I know that. There we go. Back to teleporting. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Not that I had a rhyme or reason for what I did earlier. I just know I have to hit the red switch in a certain way to open the door to that teleporter. Wait, hold up. Is the way already open? Do I just need to hit that and then go back up? No. Okay, what red one do I have to hit then? Okay, I think I see what I need. No, I meant to shoot that up. Go this way, come the other direction. Having that moment again where I wonder how the fuck I'll be comfortable on a job as a reporter for mostly liberal centrist journalism outlets. Go work for The Intercept. Or Jacobin. Or Media Matters. That's not really journalism as much as here's why your journalism is bad. But, you know, that's something. Okay, now I think I got it. First, let me check if it's open. Work for now this. Vox does good things sometimes. Like their editor-in-chief sucks, I think. Matthew Iglesias, he's the editor-in-chief. Like, he's bad and neoliberal a lot of the times, but like Carlos Maza is good. I'm here again. What was the second outlet you mentioned, Cam? Jacobin? I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Astroman again. I think he's weak to search, but he could be weak to sword. It's possible. Who did I take on first in this set? Oh my god! I mean, this is certainly effective against him because he flies. Yeah! 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 What's the one that, is it The Nation that Ken Klippenstein works for? How did you find me? I feel so bad. Is search supposed to be his weakness, like, to fit with the level theme? Like, everything's super confusing, you gotta search for the way out? I don't know. How do you dodge those? Well, that got really easy all of a sudden. All right. Cool.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Astro Crush. Do I get to rain fire? Okay, I'm expecting a cutscene. No? Oh, go straight for Wily, which will probably lead to a cutscene.
But sire, our troops.
I was waiting for it. All right, well, I have no idea how long it's gonna take, but next time on Mega Man 8, we will be heading for the Wily Castle and presumably finishing up the game. I don't know if this is one with 2 Wily Castles or not. I kind of doubt it, especially since the other levels were so long. Yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Should that be the note I end on? Yeah, that's it. Bye!